It's time for another episode of Coffee, Donuts, and Fucked Up Shit. Your premiere podcast for insensitive material for sensitive ears. Please rate and review us on your podcast app. Enjoy.
How the fuck did you get in my house, Evan?
It's not fair. It is fair. It's fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
And there's a phone in the bathroom, which I love imagining. It's like for when I'm taking a shit and need to make all my important business
that's
phone
when you
calls.
do business. Buy, sell, buy.
Cool if every time you got a boner, like Elton John just goes,
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But do you only hear it? Does everyone get to hear
And
it?
does your boner make that sound, or does it just come out of the heavens?
It's like a spiritual. Like,
Okay.
Like if you hear it, you're special.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm the only one who hears it. So.
Oh, good. Okay. But you're just sitting there and you get like startled. You're
I
like,
know. I'm just on the bus and I'm like, don't get a boner, don't get a boner.
Shit.
No, make it
no.
stop! Just like yelling, make it stop, and cradling back and forth with a protruding erection coming out of my jorts.
Just the tip poking out.
Just this little Indian tent.
Trying to keep squishing it back inside the leg hole of your
Yeah,
jeans.
tuck it up.
Back in there!
but then it makes it worse.
And it's just Elton John just
Tuck it-
bellowing.
tuck it-
No, Simba!
Yeah.
Just tuck it up into your waistband.
Yep.
Tuck
Oh,
it in
boy.
there.
And it's like a little candle, like you're in communion.
Yeah.
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 I had the
Like
awkward
a communion
experience.
candle. I've never heard
I've never heard of a
penis be
communion.
referred to as an communion
I'm gonna start
candle.
calling it that though.
Wanna
blow out my
communion candle?
I had the awkward experience of seeing my cat have a boner
Oh.
yesterday.
Oh,
Take us through
no.
that.
And I was like,
What were you doing?
That we were just,
What were you doing that aroused the cat?
I want to say.
You shower with the door closed now.
We were laying on the bed playing ribbons.
Oh,
that'll do
no.
it.
Those
That
damn
gets me.
ribbons.
Yeah.
Oh my
That ribbon just brisked my nips.
It's,
I just
sounds
Wow, though.
terrible.
I put it between my cleavage and I let it
Yeah.
slide
Oh,
out.
real slow, bro.
My moist
Dun,
breath.
dun,
Woohoo!
dun, dun, dun.
Uh,
So the cat got an erection.
the cat got a boner and it
And how
was,
old's the cat?
what, how old?
Yeah.
Like 3 months.
3
Yeah.
months.
So it was
getting
really
bones.
tiny. It was just
Yeah.
very weird. I'm just
Aw.
like, I don't know. I think I have to
It was
leave.
like
It's
a,
natural.
Was it like
It's
what's that
natural.
game? Sorry. You know
It
those-
looked like a
the
sari
little
piece.
Sorry, a
It
red
actually did.
sorry
That's
piece.
exactly what it looked like,
Oh.
only
I
tiny.
know cat boners.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of knew that right out of the
Yeah,
gate. It's
you
like, oh yeah.
described that
Yeah,
perfectly.
I know
Yeah,
exactly. I know what
may
you're
have
doing.
Google imaged it yesterday. Just curious.
I did not. I've never seen a cat boner. I don't want to see another cat boner.
I'm sure you
But
will.
I'm
I'm
glad
good
you
on
Probably
that.
seen many
did.
more cat
My
boners.
biggest
It's
experience
weird.
with animal erections was being in, let's see, late elementary school, early middle school, and we had a golden retriever named Buddy.
Okay.
And Buddy's big thing would just like, you just kind of like, I'd be on the computer just kind of like doing Carmen Sandiego or something.
Okay, so that's
Or
what you,
porn.
That's what you call
Oregon
it.
Trail.
or
That's what you call
or
masturbation.
graphic pornography.
Pornagon
One of the
Trail.
two. I'm
Like-
either into geography or pornography. I don't know.
Hey,
which
it's
one.
the graphies.
Yeah, but then you just hear this like,
And you're like, is that me?
and then I'd look over, and then my dog would just have this weird like.
Oh.
It looked like if Pinky or the Brain had an aborted fetus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like crooked, tiny pink Pinky. And then he'd like, and then I'd be like, Buddy, and then he'd just be like, and he'd just fucking lick the shit out of it.
Oh, okay.
So he could give
Are you
himself
thinking what
head.
I'm thinking?
He was, yeah.
I don't know, Brain.
Yeah. I don't know, Brad.
I always wanted to lick my
Yeah.
own balls.
One of my cats in my family always came into my room after I would shower.
Mhm.
And
With
I
an
was just there
erection?
naked. I don't know. He
Just
got his
stare,
balls
just
chopped.
looking.
I don't think animals care if you're
asexual
naked.
kitten?
They like the moisture.
The moistness. The
Yeah.
moisture.
The moisture.
We're bringing it back.
Bringing
What
back
is it?
Eric,
Is
any
it
animal
gone?
bonus stories?
Yeah, do you have boner stories? Animals?
Animals.
Did you see a
not
fish get a
human.
boner once?
I don't know. I didn't
Spike.
see. I didn't
Fish
see. Like I didn't see if the
fish
dog had a
boner.
boner. I'm just assuming it did. But when I was like a youngster, I was. Hold on, you'll
Suppressed
you'll
memory.
realize why. Yeah, no, it's so I was in Cub Scouts as a youngster,
I like where this is going.
and we always like met on like I don't know whatever.
A lot of boners and cups.
A lot of boners in Cub
Yeah,
Scout. I can attest.
But we met.
Sword fight.
We met every like I don't know Tuesday or Thursday after school. Just kind of like it was just
To
given.
compare in the bathroom?
Yeah. Yep. I always lost.
You get a badge for sword fighting.
But so for some reason the meeting got called
grower,
off,
not a
and like
shower.
nobody let me know. Nobody told me, so I just went to this house where you'd go to for the Cub Scouts.
Oh, yeah.
And like,
There was just a dog with a boner.
well, like I walked into this little gated area,
Nice
and all of
doggy.
a sudden there was the big. They have this huge fucking like golden retriever named Beige. And it just pinned me to the ground and just had
down.
yeah, it was
Oh
huge. It was
my
like
God!
the dog was way bigger than me. Like I was nothing. I couldn't fight it off. It
I
was just
thought
like-
this was Boy Scouts.
Yeah, and like
That's
there
how
was
you
just
get your eagle collar.
That's
there was
the
that
haze.
is how yeah.
Boy Scouts
Broken
hazing.
arrow.
Oh my
Do I
God.
get a badge
Beige
for
break
this?
you in.
But yeah,
You're
so
a man now.
yes, well done.
Sorry.
You get to move on. You get to move on.
Yes.
That's really rapey.
It was very rapey, and the dog was
Rapey.
kind of snarling in my ear and stuff.
You can't
and I'm
even
like,
charge dogs with rape.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if the dog
ridiculous.
had a boner, but I'm guessing it had a big
Yeah.
Oh
one.
my
I was in my
And
little
you-
snowsuit and just couldn't fight back.
And you looked fuckable according to
Yeah. And the adults were all like, "It's just wrestling."
It's just
no, I know
man,
the
it's just
truth.
like, well, that was it. There's like no one, like there was nobody there,
just
so I just had to
laughing
like
and
fight my way out of this
God.
fucked up situation. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's
You just
crazy.
see
Yeah.
Miller Lights being cracked open and everybody a joyous laughter and
Like,
yeah, like that.
yeah, much like that.
Marcus has sounds. I
Marcus
love it.
has
I
sound
love
clips
sounds.
today. It's true.
Can we get more
I
of
love
those
that I
after
told that-
say words?
I love that I told that story wearing this rainbow wig.
Yeah.
Yep, you're in costume. You
You're
look
in
just
costume today, and it's fucking terrifying / slightly arousing.
I am aroused
Yeah.
by his wig. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
I am not
And
aroused.
he's touching us.
He
little
just
bit.
touched me and I
This is not
felt the
fair.
spark of Jesus fly through.
That's
Yeah.
how it
Do
works.
Jesus butterfly growing around my groin.
That's how it works.
As long as
Keep
Jesus.
the evil seed in me.
So yeah, I don't know. Back to dog boners. Anyone?
Yeah, dog bone. I don't have any more animal boners.
No more animal boners
I'm
that I can
picked
recall.
clean on
Are we
that.
doing animal bonus for this episode?
Yeah, this
or was
is the
that
animal.
Next week?
This is.
Yeah. We should have.
Yeah, you didn't come prepared for
'Cause
animal
I got
boner.
a dolphin boner packet right
You
here.
oh, good, thank God.
Oh,
All right,
I do have
nice.
to say,
14 pages, and they're all just Google images blown up of dolphin erections.
What do dolphin erections look
We
like?
should do animal boners someday because animals have weird
We
dicks.
should talk about animal sex.
ducks.
What?
Ducks got
That way I can
corkscrew.
justify
Yeah.
my bestiality.
I feel
viewing.
like we've talked about.
Boy.
I feel like
Research!
we've already
I
talked
think
about
we've
ducks.
talked about ducks. Yeah.
A little. We
Ducks
might
are
have touched
very
on
rapey,
ducks.
and they got the corkscrew cock, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're like jabbing at you. I think there
Jabba.
was some jabbing that
Jab,
was
jab,
mentioned
jab.
before.
Screw
Jab.
ya.
It's
Jab.
like
Thank you, Square.
duck sex is really confusing because there's like a corkscrew penis
It
and
gets
then like a
locked.
reverse corkscrew
Right.
vagina,
It's
and it's
like-
just like
It's a
who-
puzzle.
Who thought this shit up? This
Yeah.
is this
Okay,
makes-
God.
This makes
Hey,
no sense. You're
God.
you're drunk, God.
Yeah, the duck
Guys,
vagina like.
ducks have a corkscrew dick.
And on the third day, God took a shot of tequila and made ducks.
Yes.
And he's like, "You're gonna get a
And
expelling
Noah's
corkscrew
Ark is
vagina."
gonna be freaky.
Well, kangaroos have. I think kangaroos have
Yeah, how do
like 3
kangaroos
vaginas.
Yeah,
And
Free.
yeah.
two or three.
Rib for her pleasure.
And a male kangaroo, I think it has a two-pronged penis.
Couple dicks, 3 vaginas.
Like
Yeah,
Al
it's a
Gore
whole,
does.
it's a
What?
whole mess.
They carry for a really long time, right?
They carry.
You would know that,
kangaroos
Marcus.
carry?
Yeah, for 9
Well,
months.
kangaroos are perpetually pregnant. They are. Once they have the joey, then they just get another baby going. They're just
Yeah.
like, let's pop them out. Let's
Yeah.
just keep.
I got
Go,
3
go,
bad.
go.
These
These
badges ain't
suckers.
gonna fill themselves up
They
with
are not.
kangaroo cum.
Gotta
Right.
double that.
Let's go.
Kangaroo.
Joey.
I haven't
There's
looked
a word
too
I wasn't
deeply.
or
With a K.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Kangaroo
want.
cum.
Kangaroo
come and go.
cum.
Damn it.
Like the
It's
like the gas
gum.
station.
It's like
Come
Australian
and go.
gum. It's like Australian joke gum.
Hey, mate, I got you this kangaroo cum.
Yeah, kangaroo cam. Spencer's.
Kangaroo gum. So if you want to do an episode on animal boners,
I'm on it.
maybe.
You don't gotta
Yeah.
ask me twice.
Oh, so you already have the research done.
Googling it now.
Already doing it.
Kangaroo vaginas.
Do you have a personal IP address?
I have to.
Yeah. Like legally?
Yeah.
You're required to?
Yep. Kind of a deep web server.
I was gonna say, I think
at
that's
my
how
house.
deep web works. I'm using words.
We should do the deep web.
Make
too.
me look
That's kind
cool.
of fucked up, right?
Make me look cool.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's-
want to do a deep web episode.
No, I feel like I'd get like,
I'd do 2 minutes
hurt.
of research and be like, this exists?
This is gross.
and then we'd never see
I
Evan
started
again.
watching a documentary that was which one's, it's Bill or Ted and it's not Keanu. Alex Winters,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Is he
that's
Ted or
Is that his
Bill?
name?
I can't
Yes,
remember.
I know who you're
exact-
talking about. I
exactly
don't know
who
He's
you're
either
talking
Bill
He
or
made a
Ted.
deep web documentary.
Whoa.
Yeah, like a couple
Is
years
it good?
ago. I started watching it and I was just like, I can't. This is gonna be a lot of
Crying.
children stuff.
A lot of gross
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Which we usually talk about.
I know, and yeah.
But
And we
today
shouldn't.
we're gonna keep it joyous because we're talking rainbows.
We are talking about rainbows.
Alec
Sunshine
Winter used
and
to have a
the
TV.
Lord.
He used to have a TV show on MTV called The Idiot Box, which I was very fond of. They had
Really?
Guar. They had Guar on it a lot. It was great.
Nice.
House band.
Yeah, it was
Guar
just
was
like a
the
lot of the
house band.
skits would be like, and now, like, hey, here's a thing, and now Guar.
Yeah.
So
Well, hell yeah. Well, wasn't he one of the vampires in the Lost Boys?
Yes, he was.
He was one of the Lost Boys.
I feel like
He
I
had
know
a
a lot.
promising career.
I feel like I know a lot more about that guy than I should.
PCP.
Huh.
Nailed it.
So hello and welcome.
Welcome.
That's pretty.
Thank y'all.
That's nice. And we're talking about the Rainbow Man
And
today.
our Savior, Lord Jesus
Jesus
Christ.
is involved.
Rainbow Man. Yeah.
Dear Sports Action, I am being bugged by a simple and insignificant thing.
No boy.
Can you help? Who is that fella with the
Who is
multicolored
he?
hairstyle or wig that appears at all the sports? He always has a choice seat and must have the time and money to be at all those games. Now, do you know who I'm referring to?
No.
Help, I'm dying of curiosity.
Dying of curiosity.
Mrs. Magna Christman Everett.
Mrs.
This is
Magnet.
the worst
Christmas.
Sex in the City episode.
Yeah. I like how she said all the sports.
All the sports.
He was at all the
He was at
sports.
the badminton
And I'm wondering
quarterfinals
if-
last week, and then he was at the cricket catching at the ESPN3 the next week.
Next thing I knew, he's in Florida at the Highlight tournaments.
I don't get
And
it.
I saw him at
He
the
was-
golf ones.
The Croquet Nationals.
Who is this Rainbow Man, and
This-
why is his cock so beautiful?
Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man.
He was fit. He had washboard.
He was trim.
Yeah.
All that
Jesus.
dancing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everybody has seen John 3:16 at sports games. The sign people holding up John
Boston
3:16.
3:16.
Yeah.
Yep. The reason that John 3:16 is inextricably tied to sports is this guy right here, Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man.
And because God
Rainbow
rigged athletes to be better than everyone else.
God loves professional sports.
Yes.
That's one
Yeah, he
thing
does.
that I figured out. Rollen Stewart figured it out.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
his real name. His name's Rollen Stewart. He's got a lot of aliases. He's known as Rainbow Man. He's known as the John 3:16 guy. He's known as
Creative.
Rock and Rollin' Stewart, but his given
Rock and
name
rollin'.
is Rollen Stewart.
Rollen Stewart.
Rolling Stewart.
Rolling
Yes.
deep.
And
Rolling,
over the
rolling,
course of his 15 years as Rainbow Man, he went through 3 nicknames, which we just talked about, 80 rainbow afro wigs. That's hard to say. Try
Don't
saying.
see those enough today.
We're seeing one right now.
You're looking at one.
You're
right
looking
now.
at it, Eric.
I-
you look
I
uncannily
want to
like
just
him.
Thank you.
beat my wiener for being aroused right now. I hate it. I hate
Thank you,
myself.
question mark, because
it's
he's
fun.
kind of a weird looking dude, and
He's
I'm
a
just
weird
like,
looking
okay, so I
Like
look
if I saw
He's a
you
good
playing
dancer.
racquetball, I would be terrified.
You should be.
Dude, you should bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring it
Racquetball?
back.
No.
Go to Wild Games. and
Go to Wild Games in short shorts and rollerblades.
And sit in the bleachers.
Boy.
I think some guy has been popping up around
seems like a
sports
lot of
games
work
dressed
to
like
me.
Rainbow Man. I could swear I
The
saw some.
reincarnation of Rainbow Man.
Maybe, but
Son
he's
of Rainbow Man.
son of Rainbow
Like,
Man.
I'm bringing it
This is
back.
for you, Dad.
He did travel all over the country. Who knows how many illegitimate
spread that
rainbow
seed.
babies
Yep.
Rainbow children.
he's got. And during the 70s, he
Rainbow
really partied.
babies.
So, yep, got all my little rainbow children.
Mm-hmm.
My little rainbow, babies.
children.
He started his own religion with them.
Well, no, he wouldn't start his own religion. He was pretty devoted
True.
to the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
They were close
that
buddies.
guy.
Start his own foundation.
But he wasn't at first. This didn't all start off with Jesus.
No, it didn't.
It didn't. So Rainbow Man was born in Spokane, Washington in 1944. I don't know why that's important. I always feel compelled to bring up when and
Yeah,
where
I
they
like
were
knowing
born.
where
But
people
who gives
are
a shit?
It's
But
the,
like,
it's
I
the origin
do.
story.
It gives you
Anyone-
some perspective.
Maybe. I don't
What if
know.
somebody
Like,
else
is there
was
going to be a
born?
pop quiz?
What if someone else was born in Spokane, Washington, in 1944?
And they're,
They'd be
and they're
like,
listening to this,
yeah,
and then
Yeah.
they start feeling better about
Spokane
themselves.
babies.
Because they're not
Maybe.
Rainbow Man.
Well, I don't know. Some of my regulars at
Pizza
Pizza
family
Restaurant.
place that doesn't
There it
serve
is.
alcohol and doesn't have a janitor who peeps on people in the restroom.
Some of my regulars during the generic trivia game at my family pizza restaurant.
There you go.
They're like,
Where there is no peeping janitor.
they're like, hey, Rebecca, when did Joseph Smith die? And I was like, I don't fucking know. And they're like, well, you did a whole podcast on him. And I was like, yeah, but I don't remember. So I don't know why I put the dates and places in, because I don't remember.
Well, I
It
appreciate
doesn't matter.
Well, help
I do
someone else
too.
remember.
I remember
You do?
sometimes.
Okay.
What is it? What's the
Has
date?
it ever come in handy?
When I
Yeah.
promote the podcast.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Because you're like, yeah, Rollen Stewart was born in Spokane, Washington in 1944. You think you're better than me?
Well, I heard he was born in Louisiana in 1943.
Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man describes himself as being a shy child and his parents as being upper middle class alcoholics.
Hell yeah.
Drinky.
Is there another kind of parent?
It's like, do you even need
How
to
are
bring
you
it up?
guys raised?
It's called lower class alcohol.
Yeah.
It's
Your
implied.
other option.
His father was a car dealer and his mother was named Catherine.
Oh,
His
good.
dad had no name.
Yeah, I don't know what his dad died when he was 10,
Aw.
and his mom
Daddy,
died.
it's car dealer.
Yeah,
Damn it.
You call me by my name,
Rolling.
car dealer.
Daddy car dealer, daddy dealer.
Daddy dealer.
Big Daddy car dealer.
Big Daddy
Come
car
on
dealer.
down.
Come on down and make a Big Daddy deal. Want to trade kids?
No, just the car will be fine.
My kid's a little weird. I don't think I need him. I'll give you a discount.
Shy.
Here's a 45 Lincoln, and I'll throw a kid in the trunk for you.
No, just the car. Just the
Wife
car,
having
please.
troubles? Take mine.
Mm-mm, no thanks. I'm gonna go to another car dealer. Big Daddy
Please.
car dealer.
You're not going anywhere. Don't
Stop,
move.
stop yelling at me, Big Daddy car dealer.
He had kind of a sad childhood. His dad died when he was 10, then his mom died in a fire when he was 15.
Wow.
She struggled with epilepsy and depression before that. And then the very same year that his mom died, his sister was strangled by her boyfriend.
Yeah.
So it was rough.
Oh
Damn,
my
that's
gosh.
that's a rough patch.
That's really
Yeah.
That's
sad.
what we in the biz call a rough patch.
Some people are like, I had a bad
The biz.
childhood.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know
well,
what the
meet
biz
Rainbow
is, but
Man.
it's fun to say. Like,
That's a rough patch?
the biz.
Oh, the biz.
When I refer to it, it's like
You
the
mean
biz.
rollerblading around the park and looking at people?
Yeah, the biz.
I know the
You should start rollerblading with that wig.
With that
on.
wig, I know now that he
Yeah.
has the rainbow wig and the big goggle glasses,
God.
he has to
You have
rollerblade.
to
You
I-
have to
rollerblade.
learn.
And you
I don't
can't
have
wear
And
a
you
shirt.
can't wear pants, and you need a shirt that barely reaches your belly button.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Right.
cutoffs.
And it
For
just
Yeah.
I
has
think, no,
Shorts.
maybe like red, white, and blue
With
Star Spangled Banner, really short
cutoffs
shorts.
with one
I
ball.
don't
You
know,
can see
yeah,
the
I'm going with
crevice
the-
of your ball.
Gold.
Yeah,
like
show your
one ball.
balls, but have them in a
One
little knitted
Just
sack.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like a little scarf, a little
Ball
pouch,
scarf.
a little
Crocheted, yes.
pouch for
Looks
your
like
balls.
a kangaroo vag.
Yeah,
I like
but
where we're
have
going
it
with that.
flesh colored so people are like, I can see your balls, and you're like,
Rainbow-colored
can you?
balls.
No, you can't.
They're in a little ball sweater.
You see my ball sweater. You see my ball bag.
A moist ball sweater.
My ball bag, ball bag. Ball bag bag?
Ball bag.
It would be a moist sweater. Balls get sweaty.
They do.
Yeah.
A
Right?
A
guys?
moist
Sweater.
ball bag. A moist sweater ball bag.
Are we starting this band or what? Moist sweater ball bag?
Heck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They're called the Red Hot Chili
Oh,
Peppers.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
How does Ketis not have his own line of ball bags?
I don't know.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
Who's to say he doesn't? I haven't looked
Yeah.
into it, so.
Well,
I haven't looked it up.
Pending.
So yeah, Rainbow Man he struggled. His high school classmates remember him stealing beer from the grocery store that he worked at, so he could give it.
Was
to
that the
cool
guy who
kids.
just stole beer a lot? Yeah, I remember Rainbow Man.
I remember Rainbow Bag.
I remember that guy. Oh, it's sad. He married his high school sweetheart at the age of 19 and had a daughter, and was divorced by the age of 23. So things move fast.
In and
Yeah,
out. In
they
and out.
do.
I like
They move
it.
fast in his world.
That was dirty, Jenna.
Oh.
Oh, just gonna sneak by here.
Sneak by that
I'm
one.
gonna divorce you there. Don't mind me.
So, Rainbow Man, due to all the tragedy,
Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man, it did make everything funny.
I love it.
Yeah, Rainbow Man.
I'm charged.
Will Rainbow Man divorce his wife? Will Rainbow Man make the Masters Golf Tournament? Stay tuned.
You will. Well, originally in the outline, I had Roland. I just had his first name, and I went through after I'd written the whole thing and changed it all to Rainbow Man because it was just more fun
Yep,
Rainbow
I agree.
to say. It made everything a little odd.
That's
More
who
odd.
he is.
What?
That's who he is.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
his
it is who he
identity.
is.
Yeah.
He's Rainbow Man. So yeah, he due to all the tragedy in his life, he found himself with an inheritance of $50,000.
Hell yeah.
And
I mean, it's good bad money.
What
but-
year?
it's
Is that like 80s Monday, 70s?
nope, this is going to be in the 70s.
Ooh, okay.
And he wore a shirt a lot that said, "My mom died in a fire, and all I got was
$50,000.
$50,000 in this T-shirt
It's in bad
and
taste.
this rainbow
but-
wig."
That's
It's in
terrible.
kind of bad taste, but
Poor
Hey,
taste,
to each
but
his
you
own.
can still find them at Kmart's.
Mhm.
Participating Kmart's. And
They're
by
like special.
participating,
The
I
ones
just
that are
mean the
still
Lake
open.
Street Kmart.
yeah,
Why is that still there?
I don't know.
That is
They're
amazing.
selling a shitload of those shirts.
It will that Kmart will outlive us all.
Yep,
Yeah, that Kmart's going to outlive a nuclear blast, I swear.
because it's
It'll-
also ridden with cockroaches. So
You go in there and it's like
It's
it's
held
like
up by
it's like in the movie Jumanji when you
Yes!
they open the door and it's just fucking like the jungle. It's just like a fucking stampede.
Just rhinos stampeding through. Just
some
like,
giraffes swing through.
Yeah.
you guys got any of those cool shirts left? Nope, I'm gonna get out of here. Never mind.
Oh, rhinos!
Rhinos! I was just going to get an icy.
Trying to get a 29 pack of ices.
Expired Doritos.
And a Little Caesars pizza. They still have those at Kmart's?
Probably.
Getting off track.
I don't know. I remember going to a Kmart when I was a kid and was like, "Hey, Dad, can we go get some can we go to like McDonald's or something?" It's just like, no, just get something from the deli. And it's just, I remember eating this sad like a hero sandwich wrapped in cellophane. It's just like so half-assed. Just being like, no, McDonald's. This is
Why is
not
this-
Nobody's gonna buy
McDonald's."
this.
The sandwich is moist.
It was
It's not
moist.
supposed to be moist.
No, it's
No,
fresh.
sandwiches are absolutely not supposed to be moist.
Unless it's an egg salad sandwich or a
Or a
chicken
kangaroo
salad
vagina.
sandwich.
Or
Yeah, but you don't want the bread to be moist.
True, that's why you have lettuce.
no, you want the innards
Speak for
to be
yourself.
moist.
Oh, that's your
Yeah.
moisture guard.
Well, you know those Deli
Smart.
Express sandwiches, those are always wet.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's wet.
those are always wet.
That's because they cut them with water, though. I do
Yeah.
believe they use this like high-pressured stream of
That's
water
why
to
you
cut
help
the
'em
Deli
grow.
Express sandwiches.
You water them.
You that's how they grow exactly.
That's how you
I
grow a
always go
sandwich in
into
your
a
backyard.
speedway and I just empty a bottled water over all the sandwiches.
They're like, Evan,
Yeah.
get out of here!
Rainbow Man!
Rainbow Man!
He was always stealing beer and water in the sandwiches.
These sandwiches
Prankster.
are fresh from the sandwich patch. They need water.
Rainbow Man approved.
So once he got divorced, he used his $50,000 to fuel his interest in drag racing.
Naturally.
Vroom vroom.
Your dad's a drunk.
Literally.
And he bought it. Oh my God. He
Well
bought
played,
And
well
he
played.
was, and he's dead.
And he's dead now.
He's laughing now.
He took that $50,000. He bought an auto parts store. He had a marijuana farm.
Ooh.
And
Fuck yeah.
a fucking sweet
This is
snowmobile.
like early 60s 50K money. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
buy just like
70s,
fucking
yeah.
whatever you want.
But he was living the good life. I don't understand why he decided to up and go. He was working really hard on growing the world's longest mustache.
Yeah.
He
Check.
did not succeed.
Oh.
Didn't make the
It's called
Guinness
being
Book.
unemployed.
Yeah.
What Marcus?
He did not make the Guinness Book.
No.
He didn't.
Not
He
even
didn't.
close.
It's hard to be
Yeah.
hard.
Have you seen the guys with the
So
longest
he's a
mustache?
Guinness Book
That shit's
failure.
ridiculous.
I feel like you'd have to start right away. I mean, you'd have to know.
I feel like if you have the longest mustache, you also have the longest fingernails.
maybe.
Ew.
Yeah, they go hand
That's-
in hand.
Ugh. I feel like if you really wanted the world's longest mustache, though, you'd have to start at puberty.
You
You'd
have to make that
know
commitment.
that
Yeah.
you wanted that like right from the get go, and then just commit forever.
I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Do you ever see a kid like?
You have a couple of those hairs that are just way longer than the others because when you first start getting a mustache, you only have like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
really,
But, and
really
then they're
long.
greased down because you gotta keep them moist. For
Jesus
for
Christ.
proper.
Moist stash.
No, do you ever
A
do you ever see a
mustache.
kid with like almost like the implied mustache, like it's just starting to come in? And,
Yes, the
and he's-
whisper.
Yeah,
The whisper of a mustache.
whisper of a
Yeah,
stash.
that's
Yeah, and you're always just
perfect.
like, hey, great job, dude. But seriously, that's not a thing.
And they're so proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
He didn't. But he does his mustache. Rainbow Man's mustache does become an important part throughout his career as Rainbow Man. He always incorporates it in his dancing.
Yep.
It never left him.
Yeah.
He kept it long.
Much like the cha-cha slide, there is the Rainbow Man.
Yeah. His dance moves.
Its own move.
Oh boy, we'll get into it.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to mention some sources really quick. And one source in particular, I got a lot of information from a documentary by Sam Green called "The Rainbow Man" / John 316 Guy, and within the documentary, we have a ton of excerpts from Rainbow Man's unpublished autobiography.
Which was written in crayon.
Probably.
Rainbow color
Rainbow
crayons.
crayon.
And it was a picture book.
I bet his one of his favorite pens are those big ass
Yes.
missile shaped pens.
I
It's
know
got
exactly
all
what
the
you're
different
talking about.
colors.
I
Yeah,
loved
there's one of
as
those
a
floating
kid.
around work right now. I like to
Yeah.
bring it with people's credit card and see what color they're going to pick
Yeah, I bet he loves those things.
at the family pizza restaurant.
I always
the
choose
family.
yellow.
Where there's no peeping janitor.
No.
Not at all.
Also, dude, just, when I gotta poop, just leave me alone. Evan,
What?
look it in your direction.
Everybody always asks, "Do you work here?" And I go, "No."
So it's fine.
Where'd you get that mop? I brought it.
And it's like soaked in urine. Its own urine.
You put the mop in the toilet after you pee. Everybody knows that.
Absorbs it.
That's how mops work.
Oh my god.
That's a moist mop. Okay, I'll stop for now.
The
No, you
manager's
don't
like,
have
"Is
to.
Evan in the
Okay,
restroom?"
yeah.
again?"
Stop. Keep it moist. Keep America
Keep it moist. Keep America moist again.
Oh yeah.
Always.
I'm not mad at that word.
Good.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. You
I don't
shouldn't
hate
be.
that word.
We don't want you to hate it. We want you to embrace it.
Yeah.
How you be like, oh, this
bother me.
cake is delicious. It's
Moist.
That banana
Thank you.
bread I had from the baker's whorewife this morning was very moist
Moist.
There
and
you go.
delicious because that's what you want out of banana bread. You want it to be moist. And I just have to say, even the baker's wife, honestly, because we
Yeah.
make so many terrible jokes, and we are really sorry for our terrible jokes. We
Oh,
will
yeah.
continue to make them, but baker's wife is amazing.
Yeah,
but she's a
those,
whore.
Those croissant sandwiches are so
Sexual.
good.
Did I tell
And her
you my
donuts
story?
are so
Last
good.
night I was in a Lyft coming home.
Oh, I didn't hear the Lyft story.
And
it's
we drove
pretty
by the baker's wife.
Yeah.
And
Oh, God.
and the Lyft driver was like, "Oh yeah, have you ever been to the baker's wife?" And I was a little buzzed. And I was like, "She's a whore."
You did? Oh, my God.
It just like came out of me. Because like when I hear baker's wife, I go, "Oh, whore!" Like it's like
Baker's whorewife.
associate,
Exactly.
word association.
Right.
And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Nothing."
I don't know.
We didn't
And then
talk.
Evan's
saying-
lift score went from a 1 to
Yeah.
a -1.
No,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
got
yeah, 'cause
bonus points.
They rate the customer, too.
5 stars.
Yeah.
5 stars. Well, last night.
She's a whore. What do you want me to say?
Last
The
night.
baker's wife is a very nice lady, I'm sure. I don't know.
She,
don't know her
makes,
personally?
like,
The
seriously.
food's great. Go to the baker's wife.
We keep
Have a
going
donut.
back. We get the donuts every Saturday from the baker's wife, and they are amazing.
They're
For the
sexual
record, they are
donuts.
amazing, and you should go. And at Family Pizza Restaurant last night, a little kid was picking a toy out of the treasure chest, and it was a mermaid doll. And the
You guys have
mermaids.
a treasure chest?
Yeah, we have an
Yeah.
awesome
Not for
treasure
you,
chest
Evan.
full of not for harmless
Yeah,
Evan.
yeah. You stay out of there.
Again, I've been calling you
I'm
harmless
just
Evan.
imagining like you guys just have some like large man in a corner like holding.
He wears a
Why do you want the job?
He wears a
I know.
tuxedo.
I create my own occupation.
But she picked out a mermaid doll out of the treasure chest, and the mermaid doll's top had slipped and was revealing.
Hubba!
And the little girl asked me.
Nip slip.
The little girl asked me. She said, "Why can I see her nipple?" I mean, there are no nipples. It's a doll.
They're
but
like
that's the word she used.
hard,
Doesn't the doll
like-
have nipples, mommy?
It's just the hard part. But she said to me, and I'm like, "I'm not your mom. I'm your waitress." She's like, "Why can I see the mermaid's nipple?" And in my head, all I could think was, "'Cause she's a whore with daddy issues." And I was like, "Please don't say that. Please don't say that to that child."
Don't scream that at small
I was
children.
like, I don't know.
She's a whore just like you!
She's like a whore like you're gonna be. Oh my God, no. Stop. Oh God. Why do mermaids wear seashells?
Because they got them stuck
They gotta
on
cover
there.
their whore holes.
Because B shells are too small and D shells are too big.
Sorry, I wear double D shells. so-
Mermaid booby jokes.
I know. She's a whore maid.
She's a whore maid.
Baker's whore wife. So where were we?
Brought to you by the Baker's Whore Wife.
We were animal boners.
God,
That was an excerpt from Rainbow.
We are gonna get.
Mermaids have boobies in their Jesus Christ. A little bit of blood droplets from God knows what.
Yeah, so animal
We are gonna
boners?
get sued.
My
though.
manifesto!
Just saying. We are gonna get sued from the Baker's wife. Please don't sue
maybe.
us.
Don't sue us. We don't have any fucking
We have
money.
nothing. That's why we do podcasts.
All we
You can
have
have
is
Spend it all on your whore holes.
Yeah. Also, they should change the name of their donut holes.
the whore
They
hole.
really
Yeah.
No, from
Back
whore
from
holes.
whore holes. I mean, quit calling them whore holes, and
Yeah.
we won't think you're a whore.
That's good
Oh
point.
God,
Take
no,
a
we
pack
gotta
of
stop.
whore holes, extra napkins. I get a little messy.
These whore holes moist today?
My
Thank you.
mustache gets all crusty with the whore hole frosting.
I just see Evan's mustache covered in white frosting,
Oh
and
my
he's just
God.
munching on whore holes.
Don't look at me!
I like them when they're glazed.
On the bus with his
I like to
urine-soaked
name my
mop.
whore holes.
Oh my God.
This
Evan has a
one's
lot
named
of
Francine.
accessories on the bus.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta carry a big ass
I don't have a
backpack
job.
when you
This is
go.
what I do.
Like I got a broom, I got my whore holes, I got
a
my
bottle.
vodka bottle.
Yeah, vodka bottle.
Yep.
Vodka bottle, of course.
Vodka bottle, water bottle,
Vodka bottles.
piss bottle. Yeah, so much. Riding the bus.
I'm
You gotta have
drunk.
your bus fare.
I'm drunk a lot.
Yeah.
No, I don't fucking pay to get on the. I love I
You're
take
just
the
shake-
bus
back
a lot,
door.
and I love
If you just
I'm always constantly
it.
watching people's because I'd say a sixth of the people who get on the bus just try to just jet right in,
Yep.
you know, and then I love trying to gauge the driver's merit of
or
of their
how much he gives a fuck that
Yeah.
day.
yeah,
Like,
it's so great, it's fun.
it's
So-
like,
I love the bus.
Whatever. Just
It's
keep
my home.
In all honesty, how often do people sit next to you?
Never. It's,
Do they?
It's
Do people avoid
I
sitting
love
next
it.
to you? I'm fucking not even kidding.
Because I'm wearing a sleeveless parrot tie-dye
Well,
shirt.
exactly.
I don't have pants on,
Mhm.
and I have one sock.
I mean, you.
That pea-soaked mop is just
And a
always.
mop. It
Well, it
smells
smells.
like urine.
That's
It's
how
really-
you get
it's
on
really
the bus, isn't
strong.
it? You just shake it in the guy's face. And the
Yeah.
driver's
And I go, seats open.
What's the matter? You think you're
What's
better
the
than
matter?
me?
You want some vodka?
Oh, vodka.
I gotta stay hydrated.
bring the mop out into your mouth. Like, ah.
The bus is fun.
Yeah.
We like the bus.
Yeah.
Yep. So, excerpt from Rainbow Man's unpublished autobiography.
Mhm.
And feel free to make jokes anytime.
I will.
So, yeah, just
Yeah.
jump right in. I don't care.
Okay.
I was shy in high school. Didn't
Loser!
Didn't
Virgin!
Oh yeah, we have Bob Barker's laugh on tap. Let's hear it real quick.
That is the laugh of someone who hasn't been Me Too'd somehow.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Hashtag
Still.
me too.
That's the chuckle you get.
The hashtag me too.
Yes.
Still
Because
very.
Bob Barker should have been hashtag me too
That's
like
what I'm
a
saying.
dozen
Yeah, no,
times.
he's still
makes that
still
laugh.
confident.
A
Still
baker's
just
whore
like,
wife doesn't time.
Haha, didn't get me.
Not yet.
Can't say the same of Drew Carey.
Should have read the
Oh.
fine print in your contract, Bob Barker's beauties.
Barker's beauties.
Yeah.
Triple
Yep.
B's, baby. Triple B's.
All right, so he's shy. He didn't date much. I was interested in drag racing and needed a loud car to make a statement for me. All my friends were rebellious and into drag racing. We all drank and had our own group. I had to get married.
So he had a tiny little wiener, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'd
his
have a
friends
big
were just
car
kids
to
he sold
compensate.
beer to.
His friends what?
They weren't his friends. They're just people he sold beer to.
Gave
Yeah.
beer too. He's like,
Yeah,
here's
'cause
this
he'd
beer
steal
I
it.
stole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all drank and had our own group. I had to get married to my first love, and we had a beautiful daughter. I had a lot of experience in retail
This
sales.
autobiography is just really fast. It's just skipping a lot of it went from
I don't-
I'm in high school to I have a beautiful daughter.
I don't think he ever finished it. I don't know. He's not He's not. I'd say being verbose isn't his strong
was
suit.
that?
I'm a
Sounded
monster.
like the Linda Blair from The Exorcist, burping.
My brain just shut down for a minute.
I was a
That's
little
sound
scared. Like, I thought you
came
left
out
your
of
Sounded
body.
you sounded like the girl from The
I'm
Ring
okay.
who
That
comes
was
out of the
perfect.
TV having a seizure.
Well, that's how
Always
I
moist.
felt. So that was that.
Always moist.
Pretty.
She's always moist.
She's always moist.
Me?
Eric, put your pants on.
No, the ring girl. The girl from the ring.
The girl from the ring is always moist.
Why can't I always be moist?
Well, you can.
There's no rules.
Hey, man, have at it.
Can you imagine
Do
the
your
girl
thing,
from
live
the
your
rings,
life.
like, shower, like, all the hair?
Oh, just constantly.
That's what Eric calls when he cleans the drain in the tub.
Yeah.
That's what he says. I just pulled the little girl from the ring out of the tub.
Yeah,
no.
out of the
We
drain.
have that in common.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah. Then she walks around the house.
Mm-hmm. That was
Terrible.
she's rude.
She's like,
Weird. Get back in the TV. Get back.
Back in the TV.
Get back out of the
Get
tub.
back.
in
In
the
your
TV.
well.
Get into the well, little girl from the ring.
Wow.
I like this part. I had a lot of experience in retail sales, so after a few years, I opened up my own speed shop.
Selling pot.
Selling
speed.
high performance auto parts and high performance weed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This is the part I like. I was a hard worker and put in 110%.
You can tell
so
he
I
wrote this.
and put in 110%. So I ended up spending a lot of time at the races or drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You work hard, you play hard.
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
110%.
2%
Is this? Is that what proof this is?
Yeah.
110. Am I right?
Yeah.
You got a drinking problem, Rainbow Man.
You're a drunk.
You're a drunk.
Your dad's a
You're
drunk.
just
Vroom,
drunk,
vroom.
Rainbow Man. I know.
I know. My wife was too young and hadn't had a fling at life.
Not a problem
So,
for me.
Dude.
You can get married
Get
to
outta here.
13-year-olds in
Get outta
Scandinavia.
here.
Scandinavia?
It's a country I go to.
How about Scandinavia?
like, what bus do you take to get to Scandinavia?
You take the 4, and you get off at the Chicago Lake Liquors.
Okay.
And you
Uh-huh.
wait
And then you
outside for 45 minutes till you can accumulate enough change
To go
buy a pint
inside
of-
Chicago Lake Liquors?
Yeah, no, you don't go. I can't go inside. I gotta have someone buy it for me. They gotta know me there. and you find your way. Find your way.
You're the president of Scandinavia, aren't you? Thought so.
Prime Minister and,
And the
President.
janitor. And only I make the mess.
It's just a stall at the Taco Bell.
Welcome to Scandinavia.
Oh, where the piss runs free.
He doesn't work here.
Why's he got a mop?
Next.
I know.
Chalupa? You want a chimichanga? What do you want? Pay no attention to him.
It does not work
Pay no
here.
attention to the man behind the mop. It can be a wig too. Look, I have hair.
And it's a dance partner. Look at us go. Woo!
I think it's gonna be my wife.
You're going to be the first lady of Scandinavia.
As you slowly close the stall door, your belt
We're on our
unbuckle,
honeymoon.
with the belt unbuckle and the zipper come down.
Should we call the cops? No,
Nope.
just let them be.
Just watch this play out.
It's better not
He'll
to
wear
disturb
himself
him.
Call the
out.
cops, it makes it worse. It just
See how far he
makes it
gets
worse.
with that mop.
So my wife was too young and hadn't had a fling at life, so she started running around. I was possessive and lost my temper. I came home one day and everything was gone.
Uh-oh.
I was abandoned without a word. I didn't see it coming. Took me 2 years to stop crying, and after that, I totally changed my life.
I started wearing rainbow hair.
2
I-
years, like he's just like at the at the coffee shop,
Drink,
just like,
drink. Race.
Give me a large.
Smoking a joint.
He's crying, smoking a joint.
I love that you mentioned up crying and smoking a joint because
I
that's
know.
gonna come in later.
Oh,
It is.
foreshadowing.
Foreshadow.
After that, I totally changed my life.
Yeah, you
I
did.
sold my store and moved to a ranch in the mountains of Washington where my daughter visited a few times.
I
Over the
changed.
course of 30 years.
Say once does not equal a few. I stopped drinking and whoa, it got brighter in here. What the fuck just happened?
That's
Thanks, kitties.
the Lord.
Was that the Rainbow Man?
That's
Like
Rainbow Man.
all the lights brightened in here all at once. That was very yeah. Is that you, God?
Blink twice if it's
If that
you,
is
God.
that you, it's not. Okay, I didn't,
Okay,
I didn't think you were real anyway. So I stopped drinking and started smoking marijuana. Told my friends I was retired and planned to sail around the world on a waterbed.
Yeehaw!
On a
You're
water
just
What?
drunk.
To support myself, I grew marijuana and sold it. I went for the world's record with my mustache, and like always, I watched a lot of TV.
Why doesn't Tom Hanks play this guy and not like fucking Disney and Mr. Rock? Like, be someone fun.
Yeah, great.
Wear a wig.
Yeah.
Just laying around watching TV, smoking weed all day. I don't know, that's probably a pretty boring
Tom
TV
Hanks
show.
is Rainbow Man.
That would be awesome.
Well, and for the record, too, I'm reading this far more animated than Rainbow Man actually speaks.
No.
Yes, he
pretty
does talk a
deadpan.
bit. He talks a bit like this. Hi, I
Yeah.
was Rainbow Man. I had a marijuana farm. I watched a lot of TV. No,
Yeah, if you want to read it,
No,
we
I don't
can.
wanna.
I took them down word for
Not
word,
it.
so there's all the uhs,
Not it.
and all the stutters and stuff are in here.
yeah, he's really deadpan. He's really
So
just like
high.
soulless dead eyes staring right at you.
Well, he's also in prison at that point, though, too. So I think
Yeah.
he's really feeling regret
No,
at
he's
that
not,
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
And he's sore.
And he's sore?
Prison.
You-
Hit it with the Bob Barker laugh.
Yeah, where's that Bob? Where's that Bob?
Still got it. Thanks, Bob.
So
you just need that. You like need that on a keychain, so you can just walk around and
all the
I
time.
can-
say
yeah.
really inappropriate shit,
Yeah,
and just be
all
like,
the
"Ah."
I now have my own laugh track.
I do have one.
He's
that
unstoppable.
Statements
reminds
are
me.
justified.
Or when someone says something stupid, you can play it, and then they don't. You didn't laugh, and
Yeah, but I just
someone else from the
stare
distance
at 'em.
laughed, and you're like, "What was that?"
Here you go.
So television played a pretty major part in Rainbow Man's life, and I'd say also his psyche and his personality. I think it has a lot to do with his character. He refers to watching TV as getting fed, and he refers to himself as a child of the television age. Rainbow Man said
But he was like 30 and high.
all the time, so
Feed
high.
me. Yum, yum,
I have
yum.
no right to make fun of people for being high. That's really the pot calling the kettle pot.
Don't stoner shame us.
Yeah, don't stoner shame me, bro.
Bro.
So, bruh, don't stone,
Bruh.
bruh. Rainbow Man said, I watched Merv Griffin talk show and learned from the different stars the ups and downs. So I've studied the career of Hollywood celebrity by watching the talk shows to hear the ins and outs.
The
I learned the
bits.
facts of life from the facts of life. Marcus, that was for you. Yeah, thanks, Bob.
Nice. So in 1976, it was television, or as I like to call her, Sweet Mama Television,
Yeah.
that gave Rainbow Man his...
Sweet Mama Television.
Sweet, I know.
Sweet Mama Telly.
I love Sweet Mama Telly.
She never hits me like Big Daddy Carter.
Yeah, Big Daddy Car Dealer has
Daddy.
heavy hands.
Oh yeah, he'll smack the fuck out of somebody.
He will.
He's got
But you're gonna walk out of there with a new car, whether you want it or not.
and a kid. Yep.
So, I read one account that Rainbow Man said that he got the inspiration for Rainbow Man at Mardi Gras, but he was probably just watching a TV show about Mardi Gras.
But he thought he was there. Yeah.
yeah, he's like, what?
Riding his water bed
Did I
around.
ride my water bed here? I'd like to go back to that. Eric and I were talking about it. He had a pretty sweet situation. I mean, he had money.
So
He had a farm, was selling a marijuana farm, selling
Yeah.
weed. He had a fucking snowmobile. He had a cool mustache.
Yeah.
Like
No
he was very
parents.
much was set up.
No
Nope.
rules.
No parents to get all up
Yeah.
in the shit, tell me what to
No
do.
parents be like, get off the water bed.
And he was fit.
He's
And
fit.
He had a
cut.
rockin'
Yeah, he's-
70s bod.
Huge cock.
Huge dick.
Was it?
And balls.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Couldn't
According
tell.
to his unpublished autobiography.
Did he have a little tiny
There's a
rainbow
crayon
wig to put on the
drawing
top?
Fuck yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
Gotta make sure the curtains match the drapes. Gotta wait.
We're funny.
That's how I feel.
Excerpt from Rainbow Man's unpublished audio. Do I have to say that every time?
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
You need to
excerpt.
clarify what sources.
Excerpt from Rainbow Man's unpublished autobiography. Watching TV, I saw that I could be seen going to nationally televised events and create a personality that would be internationally known using the satellite dish. Instead of going to Hollywood and waiting in casting lines for years, I would be world famous overnight and do TV commercials, get paid for having fun, see the sports, get world attention, and have complete control over my life.
Yes.
Brilliant.
See the sports.
See, okay, now these things are important.
See all the sports.
This is rife with contradiction. Because later on, we're going to hear how Rainbow Man's like, I despise sports. But right here, I have it in black and white.
See the sports.
From him, he wants to see the sports.
Straight from
Well,
the
yeah, and he
rules
had
mouth.
a speed shot, or he had like
Straight from the rainbow
a
mouth.
dragster or some shit. So I mean, he liked some kind of competitive behavior.
Yeah. There's a few, there's going to be some contradictions in here.
Competitive behavior. I like that.
That's
Yeah.
how you
Sports.
define sports competitive behavior.
I like that.
That's a good way to
That's
put it.
pretty
suffered from
succinct. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
It's
guys.
a wig.
Yeah, I've been working on that one for a while. Thank you. Bobby, love you, Bobby.
Thanks, Barbie.
So Rainbow Man also said about his character, I wanted to get into show business, and I got this vision for a character who could be a people pleaser.
Just a rainbow wig.
Yeah. I desperately wanted to be noticed and admired. And thus his definition of a noticeable, admirable, people-pleasing character was born. A grown-ass man in a rainbow wig wearing a furry loincloth.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
And a giant mustache.
Being like, shake,
Do
shake.
the Macarena. Macarena. Make a little rainbow. Hey, Marina.
I like it when you sing the Macarena, Harmo
know.
7.
That was me.
Yeah,
That was my song.
It's really nice. All right, so we have another excerpt. Anyone else can, if you want to read an excerpt, I mean, raise your hand. You can.
I wanna read this
You want to read this
Yeah,
excerpt?
that's a good
Okay.
one.
All right, and keep in mind that this is verbatim. I put all of
Yeah.
the uhs and ahs and stutters, and if he doubles
Okay.
words, like it's all in there.
Can I read, like, if Rainbow Man was like a Vietnam veteran, like in the beginning of Apocalypse Now, just like in a hotel room, chain smoking cigarettes, drinking bourbon, and staring into the
You
mirror?
can.
please.
Yep.
NBA Finals, Game 5. I drove to Portland from Cleveland alone. Went into the stadium, and at halftime I walked around the bottom aisle. Cameraman grabbed me and said, "Stop! I'm gonna make you world famous." I started jumping and dancing. He said, "Hold on. Wait till you see the red light." Seconds later, on it came. And for 7 seconds, I did what was to be known as my traditional dance for the red eye. Shaking my face, curling my long mustache, tossing my hair about, giving positive hand signals. V for victory, number 1, thumbs up, and A-OK, while dancing wildly about. Once I saw the red light, I was hooked. I'm a very quiet, shy sort of person, but when I put on the rainbow and see the red eye, I become the most outgoing person in the world. After the game, went out to a hamburger stand, wearing the hair.
Sorry. Go on.
Young
It
boy.
just paints such a picture. You have to read this for the rest of the year. You're Rainbow Man for the rest of the episode.
This
is
is
too
like
fucking good.
Rainbow Man in like 2019 recounting on his
Flashback.
life.
Flashback, Rainbow Man. Oh my god.
Went out to a hamburger stand, wearing the hair. And a young boy and his father, who had seen me on the TV, came running over, making quite a fuss. That time I began to see how people identify with someone they had seen on the TV and what a great, positive, loving relationship it created. 1977 World Series Game 1, Los Angeles. Today I'll try sitting in an aisle right behind home plate so the center field camera catches me right behind the batter. I have my battery TV. What a trip! I could adjust my hair by looking in the monitor with 40 million people watching. I'm sitting in the aisle, and no one is telling me to move. And everybody knows I'm here. The whole world is watching. I'll make it through the whole game. I'm on every shot, and I'm proud.
Woo!
Rainbow Man, starring Tom Hanks.
Oh my god, Academy Award, Golden
well
Globes.
done.
You get a Tony. You get a Tony.
I was waiting for him at some point to be like, I was a god. Like, but it's just like, you never said it. I was like, oh, rats.
That was really good.
Where's the Rainbow Man movie? Seriously. This fucking.
Why don't we make
Yeah,
it? We
let's
have
start
the
doing it.
wig.
We have the costume.
Yeah.
We have the fucking
Eric
wig.
looks just like him.
I thought about
Oh,
taking him a
shit.
white t-shirt and writing
Rainbow Man, starring
writing-
Eric Nordling.
Evan 316 on it. But
Rainbow Man made it no secret what his intentions. That his intentions were purely for fame and fortune.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, no, he had a deliberate plan with a deliberate goal. He always managed to score tickets, sometimes being hooked up by scalpers or TV announcers, even because people were like, hey, this guy is like fun. He does the herky-jerky dance.
Hey,
He's
it's
like,
the rainbow dude.
I like the way.
Get me Rainbow Man. Ratings are down. People love that clown.
So he always scored seats like right behind goalposts, behind home bases, backboards. And if the seat was open, he would just take it.
Yep.
If a child was sitting in the seat,
Sit on the child.
He would remove the child.
he would ask the parents if he could hold their child and sit in the seat. And like
No.
people said
No.
yes.
No.
People, yeah, you can hold my child. Man in a furry loincloth wearing a rainbow.
Thanks.
Please hold my child.
Oh my.
Can I hold your child, please? Whoa!
Oh.
Who's been eating bananas around here? Whoop!
And he,
Thanks, Bobby.
I love that all the
Bubbo.
time. I want that all the time.
It's gonna just play in my head now.
And he always, of course, had his battery-powered TV waiting and watching for the perfect moment to strike.
I also
Give
I like-
America a big old A-OK.
Okay. I like how he calls it the red eye when the red eye's
I
watching.
know. When I put the rainbow on and dance to the red eye.
There is no Rollen Stewart. My mom didn't die in a fire. I have no daughter. I'm Rainbow Man. Damn it.
Are you okay?
Whoa. Who am I?
Just drink some water. Just drink some water. It's fine.
You're harmless, Evan.
Okay. Oh, it's Rainbow Man.
You're not. You're not. A Rainbow Man, he fucking nearly pulled out his own shoulder, patting himself on the back. He told the press, I have invested $15,000 and received back over $5 million in primetime exposure over the past
But
2
not
years.
actual money.
Yeah,
you don't
not-
get the money.
No.
Not real monies.
In
Not-
hypothetical money.
Right, exactly. That's how he thought. My first commercial has just been released. He really thought he was being like super clever, like stealing
Yep.
airtime, and he's like, I'm totally doing this.
Just as a side note,
This is
working in PR, people say that all the time. They're like, yeah, our press earned us $3 million in impressions.
Yeah.
But the company didn't make fucking $3
That's
million.
not real money.
It's not. It's not a thing.
That's
Hand
real.
it over money.
It's not
It's
real
like
money.
Facebook likes.
It's like
they're
it's like
not. That's not a thing. It's not a
like
monetary. amount.
Farmville cash.
Yeah.
You can't really use that money.
Sims money.
Disney dollars.
Disney. I got $7 Disney dollars. What can I buy?
Can I spend my
Where are the
extra Dave and
halls?
Buster tokens here at Target?
Okay, your band can. If your band's gonna play our wedding, you're gonna get 2 free drink tickets and like 100,000 Sims dollars.
Count me in.
We got 100,000 Eric and Rebecca bucks.
Yeah.
That you can spend.
You just get it in one big. It's like one like
One.
awkward sized
1
dollar
billion
with
Eric
a
Rebecca bucks.
It's a gigantic check.
Mm-hmm.
It's one gigantic check.
Not a real thing.
Made out to Rainbow Man.
I can't even cash this thing. And he
So who did I
did.
make this out to? Rainbow Man?
Don't have my ID on me. Can you just cash it?
Yeah, I have the wig.
I have the wig, see?
I have the wig. So he did. He actually managed to score a Budweiser commercial, but it's like 2 seconds in a Budweiser commercial. I got to see the commercial, and there's like a shot of him in the crowd being like, "Hey!" And then there's a shot of him at the end where he's like, "Ah!" And that's about it.
Budweiser makes you go crazy if you drink it.
Are you a
Yeah.
drunk and love competitive behavior? Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Do you see the italics there, Evan? I counted, or Rainbow Man told the media, I'm on my way to Los Angeles.
I'm on my way to Los Angeles to get an agent. By the time I do my 3rd or 4th commercial, I figure I'll be worth $1 million.
Oh my.
So Rainbow Man spent the next 3 years from 77 to 80 cashing in on his Rainbow Man status. He totally got an agent. He flew around the
Rainbow
country.
agent.
It's just a clown.
It's just him wearing a suit.
Who doesn't say words? He just honks his nose.
You're gonna be a millionaire. Honk, honk.
Honk twice if I should sign.
Make your shoes do the honk. There.
Do you think if you squeeze a clown's penis, it makes a honk noise?
Probably.
No, it goes, ow! Ow! Fuck off!
Evan knows he tried
You
to.
squeezed my nose, you idiot, not my cock, not my penis.
It happened to Evan the other day.
Yeah, that's what they yell. I was at Ringling Brothers, Bardem and Bailey. ladies in clown
Just all of them, just trying all of them.
None of them make the old timey bike horn noise.
I got in their car. It was
Cramped in here. So he spent the next 3 years cashing in on Rainbow Man status. He got the agent, flew around the country, going to sports games, living off his Budweiser residuals, which he managed to live off for 2 years.
That's some good.
And getting
Living
his
off that
butt
cash.
sweet ass Budweiser money.
getting his butt patted by all the ladies. And that's important because he
yeah.
mentions
Consensually?
this, like, repeatedly. He's like, yeah, all the ladies are patting my butt.
Patting my butt. I'm the
Patting my
Rainbow Man.
butt.
That can't be
Butt,
sanitary.
Oh man, that makes me think. Eric and I were watching him dance, and we were like pretending we were in his brain while he was dancing. He was like, mustache, dance, V for
It's like
victory.
a bop it.
Thumbs up, mustache.
It's like a bop it. Bop it. Twist it.
Well, he's very
Pull it.
herky
Bop
jerky. Mustache, hips, mustache.
He's probably got great abs at that time.
He did. They were, yeah. You could.
You were really fixated on his body.
Yeah.
I have to say.
I like to objectify
Has he
him.
replaced
you, like,
Brendan
keep-
Fraser in your sex dream?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rainbow
No,
Man.
young Brendan Fraser would play Rainbow Man.
As Rainbow Man.
So you're
would
telling
like
me
Molesting you at night.
you
Yeah.
you wouldn't have patted his butt. You
would've patted his
You would have
abs.
graded. You would have gently run your fingers over his abs.
Yes.
And been like, brrr.
Yes.
That's what you would do.
I would.
You can touch, but you can't look.
Okay.
I would rub my moist hands against his moist abs,
Mm.
and then
And then I'll.
Take these broken wings.
that's
Still got it.
And he also totally partied that late 70s, like Plato's Closet, just gross, like
good times.
grimy 70s.
Yeah.
I don't have to
These
shave my
are
pubes. It's the
good
70s.
times.
Oiled up and coked up and boozed up.
Yep, everyone's wearing
Lots of
gold
oil. Lots of oil.
Gold,
roller skates,
gold
gold
chains
chains.
bouncing off people's.
Jinx, yeah.
Yeah.
All them gold chains.
Chains.
So maybe it was that questionable stain left on his soul by all that grimy late 70s just grossness. Or maybe,
A lot of fluids exchanged in
Yeah.
that decade.
I personally think it was the fact that
Rainbow
he...
wigs all stuck together. This sucks. You guys are dicks, man. Hey, there it is.
I'm not going to be able to spend the rest of my day without Bob Barker going,
Yeah.
Shut up!
I think it was...
Ew, get your rainbow pube away from me.
Never.
When it's separated, it looks
Oh,
like
you
a
really have?
fucking
That's how you know
pube.
he likes you.
Yeah.
does have a handful of rainbow pubes.
I'm gonna put it with my real
Rainbow pubes.
I'm gonna braid it into my pubic hair right now.
You are.
Like,
This is why we need
hey,
the
I
live stream.
thought you were a
on this.
I know, because
podcast.
Jenna just tucked that into her shorts.
I thought you were a podcast. What's this? Honka, honka.
Honka, honka. Woo woo.
All right, I think...
Clown orgy.
What'd you
I
say?
said clown orgy.
Easy.
Honka, honka.
Oh, my face paint gets all rubbed off and mingles with your face paint
Yeah.
in the clown orgy.
Oh,
Very moist. And
yeah.
Moist
You
in
gotta
there.
get the waterproof makeup.
yeah, otherwise it
Oh,
comes
yeah.
off, and then it just becomes a terror orgy.
It
You're
goes
like,
from
It's
fun to fear.
kind
it's not fun
and
anymore.
the cheapest.
Or an insane pound clap.
Yeah. A
Clown
juggalo
posse.
convention.
Yeah.
Insane
Juggalo.
clown orgy.
Have you been? Have you been, Evan?
I've been to the gathering.
Have you organized?
If you gotta ask, you've never been.
So.
Yeah, all right,
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
just saying, he's like, he just clammed up. I'm like, not saying anymore.
I can't see the movie It.
Yeah, you what?
I can't see the movie It.
Oh, I bet not.
Triggers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That gets you really horny.
Yeah.
It triggers that. for sure.
Triggers horniness.
What doesn't though?
It's a good question.
You know, it's like
I don't
just
think
kind of
anything
constant.
doesn't turn Evan on.
Not pretty much.
Very sexually free.
So I
But
think-
enough about me. More about this Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man. So I think it was because Rainbow Man was starting to see his little amount of fame just starting to dwindle.
I began to see how shallow and unhappy the Hollywood high was. by listening to the different stars on talk shows, by meeting the people and personalities in person. Still enjoyed the attention, but was searching for what my calling would be. I wanted to know what my purpose was in life. It seemed that this was now a dead end.
Man, it's getting dark.
It is getting dark.
All right.
But it's kind of like, oh, wait, so you realize that putting on a rainbow wig and a loincloth and dancing around at sports events wasn't...
It's not a lasting career.
No, it's not like... Yeah,
Well, I
it's
also
like-
ran out of cocaine.
There's no, there's no 401k. There's no health
retirement
insurance.
plan.
There's no retirement.
He's self-employed.
It finally dawned on him, like, this isn't going to last forever.
What?
Thank you. Thanks, Bob.
So it was the 1980 Super Bowl that was a significant turning point for Rainbow Man.
I had gone in my fur loincloth and my wig. The girls loved it. Everywhere I walked, they were patting my butt.
See?
Woo!
I
Hot.
could have held 1,000 women in my arms that day.
No, you couldn't.
And yet I walked out of there sad. It was the shallowness. Yeah, I was being seen all over the world, but never as myself.
Rainbow Man felt that he had...
Reached the top of the rainbow ladder.
Nice little interpretation you did there.
I really like it.
If you put rainbow in front of things, it makes it happy.
It makes it funny. Yeah, it makes it bright.
I got rainbow depression.
I'm just going to sit down with some rainbow gin.
I love rainbow gin.
Rainbow gin.
It makes my rainbow depression
I feel
happier.
like I'm in the clouds.
Makes the rainbow night terrors not so scary.
Oh, there's my rainbow, Uncle.
Here's that rainbow dog that rainbow rapes me.
Bob, laugh about that. Bob.
Laugh at
Thank you.
Sometimes he likes to make you ask for the laugh.
Well, he's Bob Barker. Of course he does. He thinks he's better than us.
Yeah. He's going to make it work for
I
us.
don't know when he's gonna come in, and it sometimes scares me when he laughs.
Scary.
It's kind of scary.
It's derisive. Feeling lost, empty, and rainbow depressed, his butt sore from all the ladies patting it.
Chapped and
It's
red.
just my butt. My butt.
Stop patting my butt,
Ah, you
goddammit!
got- I love that
I'm
he's
not
like,
some sort of freak.
I love that he's like, I could have killed 1,000
Where's
women.
the
and-
humanity? Let me walk out of here with my dignity.
Honestly, would you
Ass
really?
just red as a baboon.
It's a rite of passage.
Would you have fucked Rainbow Man?
Yes.
Yes.
I wouldn't.
It was the
Rainbow,
70s.
yes.
Rainbow, yes. 1978
I'd
Rainbow
rainbow
Man.
fuck the shit out of Rainbow Man.
Evan and I would tag
Well,
team.
that's interesting. Yeah, Evan, harmless Evan, would fuck
Give
the
me
shit out of
old
Rainbow
Houdini.
Man. Would you let
The old
Rainbow Man fuck
switcheroo.
you?
Do you mean by fuck? You mean fist?
Rainbow fist.
Rainbow fist. Oh, all of this is way more fun if you put rainbow in front of
Rainbow awkward.
I got rainbow fisted last night.
it. Now he's in rainbow prison.
Rainbow sad.
Feeling lost, empty, and depressed, his butt sore from all the ladies patting it, Rainbow Man returned to his hotel room that night and found comfort again in the sweet embrace of Sweet Mama Television. He tuned into Today in Bible Prophecy, a show which related current events to biblical prophecy and featured the bizarre rantings of televangelist Charles R. Taylor.
And now, with his insights of current events as they relate to Bible prophecy, Dr. Charles Taylor.
Greetings and welcome again to Today in Bible Prophecy. Those immense prophecies of the Bible that were written so long ago, thousands of years ago actually, back in the days of Moses and all the way on through. And they come to pass today just as God declared that they would be.
Today in Bible prophecy, gays. What the hell's that about?
Exactly.
The show struck a chord with me.
It did. It struck him deep.
Deep in his core.
It did. This is major. So Rainbow Man's back at his hotel room. His butt is sore. It's chapped. It's been patted.
My Budweiser
so mu-
money's almost
His
gone.
Budweiser money's gone. He doesn't know
They're
what to
laughing
do.
at me, not with me.
He's reached the top of the ladder.
The rainbow ladder, damn it.
The rainbow rungs have all been climbed. And so, yeah, he tunes in to Charles R. Taylor and here's this Bible prophecy show. So basically, what the show is
Bullshit.
That wasn't very nice.
It's relating Bible prophecy to current events.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's good early.
Sounds hip, sounds fresh, sounds right up my alley.
It's right-wing conspiracy theory. It's great.
Yay, I love it.
Kind of an Alex Jonesy type of thing, but
It's
with
a little-
more religion.
More
involved.
religious.
Less-
Or bore.
Yeah.
More boring.
So the show planted a seed in Rainbow Man, a twisted seed that flourished and mutated, fed by the warm, nourishing glow of Sweet Mama television. You guys like that?
I do.
Thank you.
Planted it in
Sweet Mama TV soup.
in his butt.
Yeah.
Mine stew.
And Rainbow Man was born again, Rainbow Stew. He became a self-ordained minister that very night.
Are there any other kind of
Ministers
Ministers?
and self-ordained?
Self-ordained? Yeah.
Self-ordained. It's just that easy. Yep.
John, we're all
Hit me.
ministers.
This is the ceiling. This is the reality. This is what you've been looking for. This is what you're to do for the rest of eternity. By June of that year, I had liquidated everything I owned. I didn't want to prostitute myself by promoting products
One
anymore.
product.
Yeah, one.
Budweiser, goddammit.
By promoting one product anymore.
So I sold everything I
One
owned.
time.
7 buildings, my mother's, my grandfather's, and took off in my pickup. I would live in the back of my car. I would wake up and brush my teeth in a different rest stop every morning.
It's like being on tour in a band.
it is.
Yeah.
Rainbow Tour. Sleep in rest stops and drove 60,000 miles a year for the next 8 years. If there was a large news story, like an oil spill, or some sort of large story that I was near, like when Mount St. Helens erupted in Washington State, I drove down as the first ash began to fall on my pickup. I drove right around the ash storm and was over on the mountain prophesizing, using Monday Night Football on the games, NBA Finals, NCAA Finals, World Series Baseball, Monday Night Baseball, Kentucky Derby, Indy
What about the WNBA?
Easy, Rainbow. Easy, Rainbow Man.
Dude, that was the 80s. Women can't play sports in
Yeah.
the 80s.
We're not ready for that yet.
No.
Somebody get Rainbow
We
Man
just
up.
found out about AIDS.
Get Rainbow Man a cup of cocoa and a blanket.
Yeah.
Needs
Yeah,
a
that
hug.
got intense.
No more butt slapping. He needs a hug.
I got the Lord in me,
He's
and He's way inside me. Deep,
deep.
deep up inside me.
How deep?
He is 9 inches deep.
How wide?
Lord is 9 inches deep in me.
How does it?
Patting my butt.
How does it feel?
Feels like I need to down.
Mustache, mustache, hips,
red.
mustache. Okay.
It's gonna
okay.
be a
Victory.
Rainbow Man.
Alright. So Rainbow Man approached his new purpose in life like any religious zealot would, with a single-minded focus frenzy.
That was funny.
He traded in
Rainbow
his.
Man.
He got rid of his furry loincloth and put on his John 3:16 shirt.
Yeah.
The quote is, "For God so loved professional sports that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believeth in him shalleth not perisheth, but have eternal lifeth."
Yeah.
That's the quote.
There you go. That's the one.
I think he took it off his loincloth because he's like, my butt. It's just all the padding.
Oh, I can't take it.
He's
One more
like, I need
Spanx.
pants.
He needs pants.
Some padding.
He needs his balls to be held a little bit nicer than the loincloth. It's long.
Yeah,
There's no
he needs
support
that
with a
little
loincloth.
crocheted ball bags.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
More
Yeah.
ball bags.
We did assault Eric pretty hard in the bathroom when he was brushing his wig.
Yeah,
And we all were patting his butt and
I get
yelling
it.
at
My
him.
butt is raw and
Yes.
sore.
You understand now.
We made him
I get it.
dance.
It's called
I get it.
method acting.
I get it. I feel where his pain.
It's really abusive.
It was intense.
Yeah, it was
I was like, stop! Let me out of here!
Oh my God.
Rainbow tears stream down my face.
Take it. Take it, Rainbow Man.
I don't want to take it anymore. So I do get the distinct impression that Rainbow Man was basically just he's still doing this all for the attention.
Yeah.
And
It's like, I need a new angle.
his shit wasn't working anymore. Let's hitch our
And it was
wagon
the
to a
80s,
star.
so like, Reagan's up now, and we got like Christians are back.
Christians are huge.
Back on top, baby.
Trending.
Jesus
Country
is
music
big.
is getting big again,
And
unfortunately.
it always was.
Yeah, it's always
Country music is the most popular form of music in the country.
Bob would disagree.
But it's true.
It is true.
Sad but true. So yeah, he. That's a fun fact. There's probably nothing in the Bible about smoking pot though, because Rainbow Man continued to smoke pot after he took
I
on
still
his
get to smoke my
character.
rainbow pot. Yeah.
It's natural. It came from
kills
God.
my arthritis, so I can have a very sturdy and comfortable V for victory.
For victory.
He said he needed to smoke pot to play Rainbow Man because remember he's a shy and quiet person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it brought out the rainbow in him.
Yeah, when he sees that red eye and puts on the rainbow and smokes all that weed.
It's time to shine.
No more Rollen Stewart.
No, Rainbow Man's here now.
Only Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man's starting to take over Roland.
Maybe a
Do you think
little.
he like started
Yeah.
to sleep with the wig on and stuff?
Oh, I bet.
Well, there's that shot of him in there's a news clip of like that where
In the
he's
car?
Yeah, he's in the
Yeah.
car and he's like laying down in
"Ah,
his
who is
rainbow
that?"
bed in his
Pretending to
rainbow
Get away from
station
my rainbow
wagon.
home.
It's like a mobile home, but rainbow.
Well,
Yeah.
the people they're filming him, and he like climbs into his car, and then he settles down and closes his eyes like he just fell asleep with the hard copy recording him.
Yep.
Surrounded by his Jesus bumper stickers and stuff. He's like, I'm sleeping now.
Tonight, Roland is on his way to Detroit's Pontiac Silverdome for Monday Night Football with only one thing on his mind.
Nielsen ratings. I don't care about the sports, double overtimes, extra innings, anything to extend the length of the event. Tonight, we hope they play till 3 in the morning because that gives me more chances to get on camera and spread the word.
Spreading that word.
Spreading the word.
Spread the word
Well,
like
he
the
spread
word.
his
Like
seed,
peanut butter.
word all over the place. He went to a staggering amount of events. He went to the World Cups. And you see, I'm going to pluralize this shit because it's not just like one time. Like he multiply went.
This is where it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much he went to. He went
And
to.
shows how fucking cheap tickets were back in the day.
Yeah, right?
Well, he would be given tickets. People would just hand them to him.
Hey, Rainbow Man!
Hey, my man, you go to the game. Take my son.
Bounce him on your little loincloth knee.
Sorry, Daddy, car dealer.
Well, they were the Big Daddy car dealer, but there were Christians too. When he
Big Daddy
started
car dealer, I can't wait.
There were Christians who started being like, "Yeah, I like Jesus. Here's a ticket." So he got tickets there.
Yeah.
But he managed to go to World Cups, NFL playoff games, the Indy 500s, the Masters, Kentucky Derbies. Now the Kentucky Derby, that makes me wonder because isn't there a dress code?
Yeah, you gotta look good.
I mean, you have to wear fancy
You have to wear a big
hats.
stupid hat.
Did he have on his rainbow wig and then there's a big fabulous hat
yeah, a big,
on
like-
top of it, like a lady's hat?
Oh my
Big
God.
sun hat
I hope so.
covered in flowers.
Gorgeous. He went to multiple World Series, NBA playoffs. He went to the 1904 Democratic and Republican conventions. He was at the American Music Awards where he let off stink bombs. We'll get to that later. He was at the wedding of Charles and Diana.
Nice.
He was at multiple Olympics, including the 1984 Olympics in Sarajevo where he was detained by Yugoslavian officials.
Woo!
Now, I've
Good.
He's a
encountered...
busy man.
He was, and researching this, there's a lot of misinformation. There, you'll keep seeing that it was at the Moscow Olympics that he was arrested. It was not.
It was Yugo.
It was Yugoslavia, and I have the article.
Evan's also banned from Yugoslavia.
Yeah, we share
Well,
that in common as
He can't
well.
go back.
You know, if we named the places Evan's not banned from, it would take far less time.
I think you're right.
Probably.
Taco Bell on
Yeah.
Lake Street.
Not banned from Family Pizza Restaurant yet.
Not
No.
yet.
I'm a freelance janitor there, though. So. They need me more than I need them.
But
Well, it's nice that
the
you're
other
there when
night,
we're close.
that kid spilled his milk, and you're like, "Shit, not my fucking problem."
Oh.
Well, you laughed at him and
Yeah.
pointed.
I did.
And
Pushed
you're
him
like,
down.
That's more of a morality.
You,
Pushed him
you
down
use
into
the
the milk.
child as a
No,
mop.
no, no.
Like a dog.
And then you took your mop out and you hit him.
Yeah.
You're like,
I shouldn't go back there.
and put your mop on top of his head, and you're like, you have silly hair.
Stupid kid.
You look dumb.
That's terrible. And you haven't been kicked out yet.
I don't know how. I
impressive.
want to be kicked out. That's
You're
the thing.
trying.
You're
I'm
trying really
Just
hard.
keep it. Just
like,
don't give
what do
up.
I got to do?
Don't give up, man.
Keep up the fight. Keep up the good fight.
You're pushing me.
So I have I actually found an article from the Wisconsin State Journal, Tuesday, February 14th, 1984. Yugoslav police detain evangelist. All right, ready?
Generous title for Rainbow Man.
Yeah.
It is. Well, this one he's going by Rock and Rollin'. So Rock and Rollin', whose rainbow wig and biblical message have been seen by millions on TV, resurfaced at the Winter Olympics Monday after a run-in with Yugoslav police. Yugoslavian security police became concerned when Rollen Stewart, 38, of Clay Ulm, Washington, who goes under the name Rock and Rollin', began showing up at various Olympic venues and hoisting a large sign with the symbol imprint John 3:16, a biblical verse which capsules the Christian faith. Displaying religious signs, even by churches, is forbidden in this communist country. Watching the hockey game between Canada and Norway, Roland said police twice held him during the previous 48 hours for questioning and stripped him of all religious material. He was released after being warned that any future religious display would result in sterner measures. He was allowed to keep his wild waxed wig, which has the 7 colors of the rainbow. I didn't write that article. Who
I was going to say, you think they like took his wig off and like threw it on the ground, stomped on it.
Wisconsin State Journal reporter to me.
Actually, it was written by the Associated Press and just printed in the Wisconsin State Journal. I did like that. They're like, his wild waxed wig.
Who is this rainbow man with his rainbow hair and his Christian shirts and apparels?
We better not see you around here again, Rainbow Man.
Well, yeah, he's in a communist country. You can't. He's lucky he fucking
Rainbow
didn't end up in a
Guyovich.
Yugoslavian prison. Good luck
been a
getting
fun
He's lucky
extradited.
he's operating in a pre-9/11 world. There's no way he would be.
This is a pre-wall is down world.
Ooh.
Yeah, we still had the wall up in Berlin. This is. Communism's going strong. The Cold War is still on.
Mm-hmm.
You think he had a jacket on when he was at the Winter Olympics, or was he just in the T-shirt? Like,
Oh, good point.
it's my skin's rainbow colored. For God, I'm cold. Give victory.
Mustache, victory.
So cold, so cold.
Speaking of his wig, a Rainbow Man would actually tell people that it was his real hair. As if who believed that bullshit?
Yeah,
I believe that Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, made his hair rainbow.
Probably, because he's special and he's got to get out the word.
Because Jesus loves him, and I love Jesus, and I
Jesus
love
loves
Rainbow
rainbows.
Man, and I want him to marry my daughter.
And if I piss
Love you,
in the
Rainbow Man.
sunshine, it also makes a rainbow.
Bloody rainbow.
Yeah, oh no, that's just you.
That's just
That's just
That's
you.
not everybody.
That's not everybody, Evan.
get that checked, bud.
That's expensive.
So amazingly, I don't, and even though, Rainbow Man thought he could hold 1,000 women in his arms that night of the Super Bowl, it's like, who would fuck you? But he had 4
Rainbow
wives.
women.
What?
Yeah, rainbow
women.
They're tinier.
Yeah.
They can sit right in his loincloth.
Yeah.
They're my rainbow
Hello.
women.
Actually, pubic lice. Call them my rainbow wives.
I got thousands of wives.
That's why I joined the Mormon religion.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I joined the FDLS. So in 1984, Rainbow Man met his 4th wife, Elsie.
Whoa, he's up to 4 now?
He's up to 4. We don't hear anything about the 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, more like
So-
rainbow pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
So he met his 4th wife, Elsie, at a Christian singles mixer in Virginia.
Ooh.
Sounds
Well, I
sassy.
met my 3rd wife, Amethyst.
I thought that was her name. Emma Fifth.
I heard Emma Fifth too.
My 3rd wife, Emma.
Emma Fifth wife. I don't remember her last name. I just got it. Emma 5.
Her first name was Emma Fifth. though.
I'm Emma Fifth.
Emma Fifth. Emma Fifth. So Elsie describes herself as being in awe of Rainbow Man and quickly joined him in his travels. By December of 19...
Damn, look at how cut he is with a rainbow wig. It make me all moist.
By December of 1985, they bought a brand new 1986 Toyota Rainbow van together.
Aww.
And 10 months later, they were married in St. Louis. Rainbow Man
got a rainbow van. And he traveled around the world in his rainbow land. And everywhere he went, he got a new wife till one day took his rainbow life.
Yay!
Man!
That was great.
Bob Barker liked it too. So I would do ceremony. Rainbow Man wears very finest Jesus is coming T-shirt. for the ceremony. Yeah, Jesus is coming, but he won't be at your wedding.
Oh.
Sorry, Rainbow Man. It just makes me laugh every
time.
Rainbow Man and Elsie spent their whirlwind romance traveling the country, addressing religious groups, and attending sports events. They existed on a shoestring budget, mustering up about $6 a day for food, which has got to be tough when you're always at sports stadiums.
Yeah.
Eating.
But dogs are probably like 50 cents back then.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, it is
it
sports
is.
stadium
Inflation.
prices.
Yeah, where are we at? 1985-ish or so?
4 or 5, yeah, 85, 86.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know. A hot dog's probably $5.
Split a hot dog?
Split a
Put
hot
a hot
dog with
dog
you,
in
honey.
a small Coke.
Rainbow Man, can I get... Shut up, fifth wife.
Shut up, 5.
She's
We have
4.
$6.
She's number
and
4.
I spent 4 of it on Cracker Jacks.
But no matter how tight money was, scoring tickets was still not an issue. Despite how painfully stale Rainbow Man's act had gotten, there's still someone willing to pour a little butter on that
fucking
trash.
Rainbow Man again?
Price will
There
come.
he is. What? Oh,
Sorry.
what just happened?
Nothing.
No,
Fat
ignore me.
Fat
Like-
finger the buttons, Marcus.
More like Rainbow Fired.
Oh.
We're almost to the correct prices, right? So even though he's still getting tickets, at this point, networks and sportcasters are starting to get sick of this whole situation. They're tired of Rainbow Man.
Bored of that shit.
Boring.
Bring me Rainbow Man's hair.
They try. That comes up. There was a hit out for caddies on the golf courses to steal Rainbow Man's wig.
Smart. Too bad he glued it to his head.
Yeah, that's right.
He takes a
Stapled it.
rainbow shower. Yeah.
Staple gun.
Yep.
It's my real hair, I told you.
Get it off.
Why so serious?
That's the blood of Christ. That's not my scalp.
Oh.
That's stigmata. That's from the crown of thorns bleeding down my forehead. So Elsie.
Nope, those are staples.
That's not a crown of thorns. Elsie, his wife, actually made it onto The Price is Right, and she's up in the front row with her John 3:16 shirt, and there's no sign of Rainbow Man. I bet he didn't make it past. They're like, you can't come in.
No, Rainbow Man, fuck off.
Yeah, you get out of here. But Bob Barker gives
You're
her
not
shit.
getting into a prestigious event like The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Move it along. Move it along, Rainbow Man. Not today.
Not on today. Bob Barker gives her shit. Why don't you just cue that clip?
Now, here is the star of The Price is Right,
Bob motherfucking Barker!
Welcome to The Price is Right.
Thanks, Bees.
I do appreciate that nice welcome. I appreciate it. And, of course, my curiosity
You're
is
drunk.
aroused. Now, this is verse 316 of John, is it? And what is on her shirt? John 3:16. What is verse 3:16?
For God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, that whoever should believe in him should not perish, but have eternal life.
That's very nice.
That's
Very nice.
very nice.
Very nice. But I don't understand why she has it on her shirt in the front row of The Price is Right.
Good one, Bab.
He's like, fuck you, Jesus.
Yeah. I think Bob's a little perturbed with that
Yeah,
whole
Bob's-
situation.
He's snarky.
He's slow.
Bob Barker, devout atheist.
Bob.
Maybe.
He did sound a little
Bob,
drunk too.
Yeah, he said he
likes rainbow gin
Very
as
nice.
much as I do.
Very nice.
He's
I
hanging out with
really
Richard
enjoyed
Dawson.
That wonderful.
Appreciate ya.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
So, but things start to go bad here. Things are going to go wrong during the 1986 World Series at New York's Shea Stadium. Rainbow Man choked Elsie.
Oh.
Oh.
Shit.
Yep, he choked her for
Slap
standing
track?
in the wrong place with her sign.
No,
What'd you
what?
say?
Cue laugh track.
Terrible.
It's just rainbow choking.
It's just,
It's like a.
it's just a rainbow choke. It's nice.
Standing in my spot, Elsie.
That's how we
Wrap
show rainbow love in this house.
Wrap my
Just
fingers
cutting
around
to
your
like
neck.
the crowd and Rainbow Man.
Just choking her. I know. I wish.
Oh, that would have been gold.
That would have been
Simpson.
amazing. And then he turns and like looks at the camera and he's like, mustache, mustache, A-okay. Mustache,
V,
mustache.
victory.
Victory, victory. thumbs up. But she stayed married to him for 4 more years, which is kind of amazing.
It's called fear.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what did Rainbow Man
It's called
say
Rainbow
about?
Fear.
No one can meet my standards. But I don't recall ever hitting her.
Yes, but do you recall when you choked her?
Oh, it's called rainbow flapping.
it's called rainbow love. I'm just giving her neck a hug with my rainbow
it's a
hands.
rainbow hug. I love something so much you just want to squeeze it.
Give your neck a little hug right there.
And then they got a rainbow divorce.
And then he
had
got
a
rainbow
rainbow-
domestic abuse charges.
Rainbow trial separation first.
Tonight on Dateline, Rainbow Man.
I do enjoy all the music from the 80s, like hearing the hard copy and all the beginnings of the shows, how they're all like.
I can't stop dancing when they come on.
Yeah. Well, it's really a bullet of nostalgia. It just takes you back in time. So this incident did end his marriage, and it also seemed to further Rainbow Man's plummeting reputation. It wasn't helping. Things weren't good. But he had still securely cemented himself as a fixture in pop culture. He was on, but he was an object of ridicule. He was on The Tonight Show. He was on The Simpsons. He was featured in Peanuts comic strips. There was a Christian rock song by Steve Taylor about him. And epically, he was played by Christopher Walken on Saturday Night Live. If that's not the coolest fucking thing to have happened.
I
to you.
love that skit. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, Rainbow Man.
Do you remember seeing the Saturday Night Live sketch?
I just kind of barely remember it. It was it was him but it's Christopher Walken being completely deadpan. Just being like, I'm Rainbow Man. I'm here to spread the love of God. It was great. I don't know.
We need to watch it.
I wish I would have watched it before this.
We couldn't find it.
Rainbow hair. It's great.
I can't.
I'm Rainbow Man.
I can't do Christopher Walken. It's so bad.
Rainbow Man.
It's a tough one.
It is.
Everybody does one.
Yeah, no one's as good. No one's as right.
No one is walking.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of Christopher Reeves?
Christopher Walken.
Ah.
Walking on the
That's rude.
rainbow.
Christopher
Because
running.
he can walk.
Eric's a huge Christopher Walken fan.
I am.
Like when we first
Fun
started
fact.
dating, that was one of the first things I learned about him. He loves Christopher Walken.
I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I had a checklist of all the movies he's ever been in, and I was trying to systematically watch all of them.
Did you succeed?
The Prophecy 3.
Did you grow the world's longest mustache?
No, I didn't. I just gave up on that shit. I just fucking got on my waterbed, rode my pot farm around.
Married your 5th wife.
That could be a Guinness World Record
Budweiser money out.
that you could achieve.
I think it's already probably been done.
I think maybe it's been done, but nobody's recorded it.
Fair enough.
So that means you can claim it.
I got like pretty far into the list, and then I just kind of gave up. I don't know.
You
don't
could just
give
be
up.
a self-proclaimed Guinness World Record winner.
I could just tell people I did it.
You can. That's true
Did you
because
watch
nobody.
The Dead Zone?
No one knows.
Yeah, I watched The Dead Zone. That's a classic flick.
Did you see?
Did you see Communion?
Did you watch Pulp Fiction?
I saw Pulp Fiction. I saw Communion.
Did you see The Deer Hunter?
Yeah, fucking Deer Hunter.
Did you see Johnny Dirt?
One of my favorite comedies
Face?
of all time.
Is that his name? Is that
Castaway?
Dirtbag?
He's not in
Castaway.
Castaway, is he?
Shawshank Redemption.
I never did see Castaway. Actually.
Did you ever see that cowbell sketch?
Yeah, that was funny. He's like, more cowbell, and he played a cowbell, and it's fun.
What's a sketch?
Sketch. That's when you combine the word skit and sketch. I do that all the time. It's a sketch.
That's not a thing.
I don't do it on purpose.
Never
but I
had
do
that.
do that. I do that. I do that.
Just like Evan doesn't pee on purpose.
I don't pee out my hole.
He pees out his ears.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like a shark pees through his skin.
Shark.
Like
Urinates
That's what
through
they
his
call
skin.
me.
Sharks.
I'm
pee through their
Evan the
skin?
shark.
He's harmless, Evan.
The shark.
Harmless Evan the shark.
That's how I can take him places now. If I'm just like that, it's harmless
It's
Evan.
just harmless Evan.
It's harmless
Is
Evan.
it okay if Evan comes? Evan? No,
Harmless Evan.
Harmless Evan. Okay, but tell him to leave his mop at home this time.
Bring his leash.
I always do. I don't put it on, but it's there. I shake it at him if he gets out of line. I'm just like, harmless Evan.
And pre-shower.
Yeah, pre-shower. Pre-bath. No, pre-bath.
Pre-bath.
He
Pre-bath.
gets
Pre-bath.
sprayed with pre-bath. It's true. And even though it's not mentioned, I could swear I remember seeing him in Garfield comic strips.
Rainbow Man?
Yeah, Rainbow Man.
Or Christopher
That
Walken.
would make sense.
Christopher Walken and Rainbow Man.
That's
too.
That would be the weirdest Garfield strip ever. Just Christopher Walken and Garfield. It's like, I hate Mondays.
It's like Garfield by a window, and then Rainbow Man walks by. Yeah, and then Garfield's like Mondays.
No, Christopher Walken and
Yeah,
Garfield.
Christopher Walken. Like
Garfield's like, I
small
like-
cat. Would you like lasagna? Mondays, am I right?
That's how every Garfield comic.
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
Mondays.
They have
This
that.
is Monday again. He's a cat. He doesn't have a job. Why would he care about Monday?
Spay me.
That's the joke.
Is it? Yeah, that's why it's funny.
That's why it's funny.
That's why it's so fucking hilarious. God damn it.
All right.
They do. There is a live. What's that show that's Garfield, like the live version of Garfield, where they
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's so
hilarious.
So good.
What is it called? Just Garfield or Lasagna Cat?
Yeah.
Lasagna Cat.
Lasagna Cat. I would rather see Christopher Walken in the role of John,
Yeah.
though. Garfield. Hey.
Why are you guys talking about this stupid cat who hates Mondays? Get back to me.
Get back to
Rainbow
Rolling.
Man.
I'm sorry, Rainbow Man.
My movie.
All right, Rainbow Man. You managed to weasel your way onto TV so much
Yes,
that
I
people
did.
began to fucking hate you.
Well, that's your opinion.
Producers, cameramen.
I
were
did
on
a commercial.
You did do a commercial. You did. You
gonna
did
give
one
me that?
commercial. Yeah, you're right. I saw you in it. It was good.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was fine. I liked your tuxedo.
Yes, it's a rainbow tuxedo.
No, it wasn't. It was blue.
Well,
I thought it was rainbow.
It was one of
loses a color.
I'm rainbow
networks.
colorblind.
I only see blue.
Explained so much. Everything is blue. Networks did not appreciate having religious references forced into.
I don't know who
secular
this
broadcasts.
rainbow guy is, but I want him off my fucking screen.
That's
It's true.
ironically refreshing to hear. Like that they didn't want religious shit. You know what I mean?
Well, no, they have to answer to people that are watching their sports though too. I mean, not everybody is a Christian. Hey, newsflash! Not everyone's a fucking Christian.
What?
Don't
Oh my
persecute
God.
me.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. There's a couple other religions out there. I don't know. I don't know if anybody heard.
I know what you're talking about.
So at this point, networks are actively avoiding him. They consider him a nuisance because he's distracting people from important moments in the game. They'll be like, yeah, mustache.
Magic Johnson with the Oh, Rainbow
God
Man!
damn it! Rainbow Man jumps in, knocks the ball out of his hand.
Rainbow Man! Remember me! Somebody please remember me.
Rainbow interception.
So I have a series of quotes from different sports peoples. If you guys want to talk, we got the veteran announcer Brent Musburger. We have former director of Monday Night Football Chet Forte, which is the perfect name for somebody who would announce Monday Night Football.
Chet
Forte.
Chet Forte.
Yeah.
Chet
So
Forte.
I don't know, yeah, guys, whoever wants to read these quotes here, and then we have a really long one from professional golfer Kermit Zarley. That's a lengthy one. So
Kermit Zarley?
that says I didn't name him.
Well,
Talk to his mom.
I call
Fair enough.
Kermit.
You call Kermit.
Mrs.
All right, Evan calls
Mrs.
Kermit.
Zarley. Why did you name your son that? Sorry. Go.
I guess Eric can't call any because he didn't take a script today.
I ain't doing shit. I
He
already
ain't
said
doing
it.
shit. All right,
I
I'll
ain't
take.
reading shit and doing shit.
I'll be the middle two.
Happy I got
You'll
pants
be the middle
on.
two. All right, I'll do.
I'll do the executive.
All right, go for it.
All right. He's a pest. Hold on. He's a pest. We try to take him out of every shot whenever we can.
I like it.
NBC executive.
That's all I had. Veteran announcer Brent Musburger says, I know directors who threatened to kill the guy in their anger in the truck because he would get in behind very dramatic shots and the eye, as you watch the screen, would be attracted immediately to this wacko wearing a rainbow-colored wig, holding up a sign that said John 3:16.
Is Larry Bird crying? Fuck! I lost track. I was looking at Rainbow Man behind him.
I couldn't tell if Larry Bird was crying.
Larry Bird don't cry. Come on.
Distracted.
Stewart got to be a terrific distraction. It was very annoying seeing this guy waving signs and all. And I'm Monday Night Football Chet Forte.
All right. Let's hear it, Kermit Zarley.
He once appeared in an Anheuser-Busch television commercial. It showed him attending parties, sporting events, dancing, whooping it up, wearing his frickin' rainbow wig. Yeah, I knew Rollen Stewart.
I'll tell one story about rock. Do we have time for a story? Okay.
Yeah, we got time for a
We
story.
got time?
Tell
Okay,
it.
I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
for Kermit Zarley, and here's my story
Are you from
about
Milwaukee?
rock and roll. I'm from wherever you want me to be, sweetheart. Yeah, you can pat my ass like frickin' Rainbow Man all night long. So it's 1982, right? And I'm competing for the last time in PGA Tours, Camper Open, whatever. It was then out at the Congressional Country Club in Washington, D.C. And Roland's there wearing his colorful rainbow wig and passing out Christian tracts to the golf fans. Actually, Roland had a lot more fans asking him for his autograph than I freaking did. It was intermittently talking to him and reading the tract he had just given me, which he had written. And it was about the rapture of the church. In it, Roland predicted that the rapture would occur in 1981, just as Hal Lindsey uniquely had led American evangelical Christians to believe. I then says to Roland, I says, hey, dude, this track says the rapture will occur in 1981. Here it is, 1982. The rapture still hasn't occurred. What about this? Roland ignored my question and defended the track by saying it was still telling people about Jesus.
Still about Jesus?
I rolled my eyes.
Still about Jesus?
Yeah, I know, Roland. I rolled my eyes. I rolled in my eyes at him, and I walked off as he kept passing out those tracks to the fans. And that's the last time I saw rock and roll in
I like
the
how you
Rainbow
kind of
Man.
morphed into Bill Murray a little bit.
I don't know who I am. I'm
Bill Murray
Kermit.
and Caddyshack.
Kermit the golfer here.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Golfer here. Television producer and director Frank Cherkinian was known as the father of televised golf.
He owes me fucking money. He keeps patting my wife's ass.
Hi-ho.
I want to try reading that in Kermit's voice.
Hi-ho.
I can't anymore now. I'm laughing. Hey,
Hi-ho, television producer and director Frank Cherkinian.
you keep going, Evan. Because, yeah,
Oh, is
Kermit...
this still the story?
Yeah, it
Okay,
goes
there's
on
more.
for like
Okay.
10 more pages. It is long.
Television producer and director Frank Cherkinian was known as the father of television.
I know, it's
Everybody called him
Yeah.
Cherky. So Cherky's known as the father of televised golf. It was mostly because of his masterful trend-setting CBS telecast of the Masters, quintessential golf viewing. Frank, however, televised many other sporting events. I knew Frank. He became so upset with Rollen Stewart and his television shenanigans that Frank put out a contract for Rollen for the caddies to swipe his rainbow wig.
Oh, shit.
Cherky was both joking and serious. I don't recall it ever happened, but some of the caddies may have been sort of afraid of Roland. From time to time, he would get a strange look in his eyes. 3 days later, it was September 25th, 1992, the Los Angeles Times reported that earlier that year, that Stewart had taken steps to assassinate either or both President George H.W. Bush and the Democratic presidential candidate Bill Clinton. From another time, he said, I realize now that television is a tool of Satan, and I never want to watch TV unless it's to figure out my own strategy so that I can appear on it.
And we get to another discrepancy here, because Roland loves TV.
Yeah.
He fucking is obsessed with TV. He's a child of the television
But
age.
because
here he
everybody's
goes.
turning on him, he's turning on
He's
TV.
like, I never watch TV.
Yeah.
I hate sports.
TV's for dumbs.
Yeah.
Psh, Rainbow TV. And we got one more, Rainbow Man himself.
One day, Larry Sorrello for NBC picked me up on his golf cart when no one could hear us. Took me out to the back nine. He says that he had his friends in the business who would break my legs if he ever saw me hold up my sign again. And you know you're not wanted when they send security guards to walk you out of your seat.
Ooh, he gave
Harmless
him the
Evan.
business.
Harmless Evan knows what that's like.
Yeah.
One day, Larry Sorrello for NBC picked me up on his golf cart where no one could hear us, took me out on the back nine, and says that he had friends in the business who would break my legs if he ever saw me hold up my sign again.
Oh, I like the scary music.
I don't think he should be promoting whatever he's promoting at a sporting event like he does. You know, every sporting event you ever watch, you see him always in the limelight. I just don't think that's right.
Yeah.
That was some ominous fucking music.
Yeah, that was really
We're gonna break your legs, Roland. You'll be rolling around when I'm done with you.
Oh!
Imagine having that kind of power, though. Eric brought that up. It's like, imagine that kind of power to take someone out in a golf cart and just be like, hey.
Get in. Gotta have a talk.
Get in.
Get in.
Imagine if Christopher Walken takes you in a golf cart.
He's just wearing a rainbow wig. Look, Roland, you know I like you. I think you're funny. I think your shenanigans.
I like your abs. You got nice abs.
You got nice abs. I hope you don't mind me commenting on that.
Pat those real quick. Yeah.
Gonna touch them a little bit.
But you're done, kid.
I'll break your fucking
By
legs
this time,
if you
he's
show
like
up here
what?
again,
Like
kid.
in his 40s?
Yeah, he's an adult.
Well, he was born
he's
in
a grown-ass man.
1944.
I keep thinking it's like, he's like 19.
And this is 19...
Like, nope. Full grown man.
Loser. Virgin.
So in 84, he's 40.
84, he's 40, so by 92...
That's the easiest math I could do.
40.
Because see, now we get back
I
to
had a rainbow wig.
Yeah,
It was a very good year for golf tournaments. I danced with the crowd. They told me out loud I couldn't walk.
They would.
I don't
know. It's funny. It's Rainbow Guy.
I started to fall asleep. You were
He's
singing
46.
So nice.
It was nice.
In September 25, 1992, he's 46.
All right, so he's 46.
So he's not a little boy.
Yeah, he's
No, he's a grown-ass man.
He's a grown-ass man.
Hairy man.
He is.
Yeah, I bet his abs have gone to waste.
No,
Probably.
he's lean.
He's still lean. Yeah,
He's
he's still
lean.
lean.
You
He's
know, he
eating
doesn't
out
have a lot of
$6
money to
a
eat.
day. He doesn't.
Yeah,
that's
he's
true.
not, and he's doing all that dancing all the time. He's
All
just like,
the dancing.
hips, mustache, victory, victory.
V.
A-okay, A-okay.
V.
Yep. Where were we? Oh, yeah, here we go. Rainbow Man, he's like, I don't even like sports.
Sports was only a vehicle because to a lot of people, that's their god.
That is kind of true, though.
Yep.
I despise sports. People who go to sporting events are like the Romans who went to watch the lions eat the Christians. I know I'm a strange and unusual vessel, but we're sincere about this. We are on Satan's airwaves, on his time and his dime.
Whoa.
Yep, so
he's
like,
super
I hate sports.
butthurt. He's
Strange
super
and
butthurt.
unusual.
That's what I
vessel.
think.
Nobody
Yeah.
likes you, Rainbow Man.
That's what I'm saying. It's like misdirected resentment because he's like, I hate sports now. And
Yeah.
it's like, you're just mad because things didn't go your way.
Yeah, it's like
really
when
what it
you
is.
start talking to someone, you're like, dude, I'm going to see Fall Out Boy. I fucking love Fall Out Boy. And they're like, Fall Out Boy sucks. And they're like, yeah, you suck. Fall Out Boy sucks. Yeah, you guys, fuck you guys. I'm out.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Did that happen to you recently?
Yeah.
Do you still like Fall Out Boy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you suck!
Oh.
Fall Out Boy sucks and you suck!
Fuck!
Hi. Where were we?
Should I just mute his mic now?
Just mute me.
Mute.
Oh, shit.
Bye-bye.
Things are starting to go sour for Rainbow Man. His message isn't reaching the people. His wife left him. The networks are working against him. A drunk driver totaled his car, and his
my gosh.
and his money is gone. Now that was his home.
His rainbow house.
Oh, man, come on.
His
It's
But
like,
it was
Man.
rainbow drinking, so it doesn't matter.
Well, it's fine. Yeah, they didn't say if he was the drunk driver or not. Actually, they just said a drunk driver totaled his car. Maybe it was him. That's a speculation, though.
I'm gonna definitely try to use that at some point. Like, yeah, fucking drunk driver totaled my car.
what am I supposed to do?
That was you.
Yeah.
You wrecked your car.
Well, yeah, but it was still a
But
drunk
it was
driver.
still a fucking drunk driver.
God damn it. Most importantly, though, Rainbow Man was convinced that the end was near, like really, 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 really near.
Like full blown apocalypse shit. Like,
Yes, like the world is going to end. Thanks, Charles R. Taylor, and Today in Bible Prophecy.
Yep.
He starts getting really paranoid and really urgent. He's got to get the message out that the world is going to end.
It's important.
And so now he's going to switch up his character. Yes, this is when the stink bombings
oh.
are about to start happening.
I was always under the impression that as we came to the end of time that the Lord would allow me one negative press. So I decided to create another character as I saw the shortness of time was coming to the end. I saw that I was to create a backslidden Christian character. I had all these friends like Dr. Charles Taylor who were Bible prophecy teachers who were being interviewed. I wanted to get the press to go to the Bible prophecy teacher and interview him.
And that's when the stink bombing started happening. Oh, what?
Never mind.
No, don't never mind.
No, go on.
No,
Go
that's
on,
how.
pay no attention.
No, because that's how we got the pike up the ass story. You start saying shit, and then you're like, no, never
No,
mind.
you don't want to hear my.
I don't want to hear about the pike up the
It
ass.
wasn't
Well,
a
we
story.
do.
I was just gonna try to do a wrestler's voice, but I got scared.
Well, tell us a story.
Tell us another dog rape story.
Yeah.
I'm not doing shit today.
No.
Deal with it.
Were you raped by a dog at a Christian concert? While Christopher Walken
That
watched?
never happened.
No.
Much.
Many
times.
Held a mic.
It was a very good year.
I thought this was Cub Scouts.
Hey man, that was traumatic shit. I'm just saying.
I believe it. That sounds awful.
Well, I think it's funny. So.
Well, in
I'm
hindsight,
Evan.
in hindsight, it is kind of funny.
You after the years of therapy, you can look back and you can laugh
like,
a little. You laugh and then
Just
cry.
like Bob.
With my rainbow therapy.
I killed that dog, by the way.
I just
Laughing
gave
now.
his neck a little hug.
A rainbow hug.
Hug
Give
your
it a little
neck
rainbow
really
squeeze.
hard. I
Watch
love you.
the rainbow life drain out of its rainbow eyes.
Oh boy, so this is when the stink bombings start happening. Rainbow Man threw a bunch of stink bombs into the Crystal Cathedral Church. You've seen
It's
the
like
Crystal
the best
Cathedral
form
Church.
of terrorism.
Oh yeah, it's like my parents kind of like gave up on going to real church, like actual church.
Yeah.
But you could always watch the Crystal Cathedral on Sunday mornings.
Oh, so you would watch.
Your parents would
TV
make you
church.
watch TV church?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, not make me watch it. It was just on. They weren't like, you sit down and you
Shut
watch.
up, watch.
Watch.
Crystal Church.
We'll get the dog.
We'll get the dog again.
And he is on it.
We've been showing him dog porn all day
Weeks.
long.
We gave him dog Viagra.
Oh no.
No.
It exists.
Really?
And it works. Thanks, dog Viagra. I'm still married. Viagra.
Oh, Viagra.
It gives the dog a boner. That works. I don't know.
Well, yeah, they give a
It's
dog a bone.
science.
Give a dog a boner.
Give a dog a boner.
Yeah.
It's gonna want a boner.
What's that? What song is that from?
Knick knack, patty whack,
Give a dog a bone.
Some Viagra. Watch it hump your couch.
Knick knack, patty whack.
Give a dog a boner.
Oh my god, wait, knick knack, patty whack.
Give
Whack
a
your
dog
dog
on
off
its
and
sack.
give him a boner?
Yes.
Is that what that song's about?
Yes.
Nick.
So
The
this
original
episode
lyrics.
is about animal boners.
Yep.
Mhm.
Good.
It always just
Turns
keeps coming
out it
back.
was always about it.
It's always been about animal boners.
Rainbow Man is just one big analogy.
Yep.
He's not even real. This is just a story about a
This
kangaroo's
isn't even real.
two-headed penis. This is all the dream of Lord Barkus.
Lord
That's
Bucket.
really all this is.
It was just a dream.
All right, so he bombed the offices of the Orange
He
County.
stink bomb. He didn't bomb.
Yeah, no, what?
Give him too much credit here.
I'm gonna name all the places he stank up.
Ooh.
The Orange County Register newspaper, the Trinity Broadcasting Network offices, and the Joy Bells Bible bookstore.
So yeah, he's like actually bombing like religious places. Like
He is. He's specifically bombing religious places on purpose because
So they get press?
he included a letter with the stink bomb that had a hit list that listed 9 names that he wanted the press to contact, basically.
Oh.
He signed the list, the Antichrist.
Nice.
And his letter said that Bible is a lie and that Rainbow Man promised to wipe out those who preached against the Christian message there. And because he wanted the press to call the people on his list and be like, hey, how do you feel about being targeted by the Antichrist? And then they would interview them and they'd be like, oh yeah, the world's going to end. That's what his
So
whole
he was
plan
setting it up so his friends in his head
getting
So
could
the
get
hookups.
some press.
Yeah.
Basically, he wanted them to call Charles R. Taylor from Today in Bible Prophecy and be like, oh my God, the world.
Yeah.
So that was his plan, and that's why he was using stink bombs. But they were still considered to be like terrorist acts. But then it continues.
Rainbow terrorism.
It makes it more fun.
It does.
Yeah, rainbow terrorism isn't as terrifying. Yeah.
I created a skunk oil stink bomb that I would let off, and leave a note saying that I disliked the born-again Christian preachers who were preaching about eternity and the rapture and your spirit being taken out, and left the phone numbers of the prophecy teachers there. This is a way that I could get them, the press, to go to the prophecy teachers so they could expound on the shortness of time.
So yeah, about leaving my phone number in that letter that you sent out.
Where do you get skunk oil from? What?
Skunks? Skunk.
You milk skunks.
You just
grab a skunk. You milk the stinker out of
You
the skunk.
steal its little gland and you run away.
You squeeze
it. Hey.
You get sprayed and you have a net and you catch the spray.
Yeah, you catch it in a jar. But he's not done yet with the stink bombs.
Rainbow Man strikes again.
He does. At the 1991 Masters. And now, this is important, too, because he gets all over the fucking country. So here we go. He's in Augusta. So first off, he set off the ones in Orange County, California. Now, 1991, he's at the Masters in Augusta, Georgia. He set off a remote control air horn just as Jack Nicklaus.
What a dickhead!
Just as Jack Nicklaus is about to putt at the 16th hole. He was detained, and in his possession, police found another electronic siren, a sign reading "No Rapture," and 2 newspaper articles talking about the stink bombings in Orange County,
So
California.
he's like setting himself up.
How is he still getting into like all these?
Price will come back before my money will run out. We're living at the end of the age.
Exactly. And then he makes it to fucking Atlantic City, where police report a stink bomb device going off at the Foreman Holyfield fight. And then he goes, but they kicked the evidence down the sewer drain by accident. Which I can see that. I'd be like, this stinks, but
kick.
Oh my gosh.
Get it out of here.
Rainbow DNA on those.
There's fingerprints are just rainbow. You're like, I know. Yes. There was also a professional bowling tournament in Connecticut that got all stank up.
That's pretty easy to get into, I assume.
Yeah, those ones are not. Nobody else was there.
They invite you in. Yep.
Please come in.
No one else is here. And and he also he tried to throw skunk sacks into the audience.
Skunk Where sacks. Can I buy those?
You make them.
That's the taxidermy I like.
You just you snuggle up to a skunk and you stroke him until he presents his stink sacks to you, and then you just
steal them.
And then you steal them away, and you laugh.
Run and giggle.
And you're like,
got your sacks.
Stole your stink sacks. Stole your stink sacks.
I stole your stink sacks.
I'm gonna pull them in my ball bag, in my little crocheted ball bag, full of.
That's where they go. That's where you put important stuff like that.
But when he threw the skunk sacks into the audience, or tried to, at the American Music Awards, it was because he wanted to show the public that God thinks this stinks.
Wow.
And he was arrested.
Good.
So he's been detained and arrested a few times at this point.
But Jesus keeps paying for his bail.
Yes, he does. I don't know how he's getting out. Oh, that's scary music again.
It is.
Oh, God.
Tonight on Hard Copy.
It's one of the strangest real-life stories television has given us. For years, millions saw him on television, carrying his message of Christian love and faith. Everyone thought he was just a harmless kook. But now the Rainbow Man is a fugitive, considered armed and dangerous by the FBI.
Oh, shit.
I think his clowning days are over.
If anyone has any information on this clown, call the Orange County Sheriff's Department. That's area code 714-647-7000.
Even the news announcer called him a clown. If anyone has information.
I'm not a clown, I'm a rainbow man.
He's a
God damn it.
There's a difference.
He's a harmless kook.
Yeah,
I'm a harmless kook. I'm no clown. God damn it.
I'm just a rainbow man. So now, I mean, he's really getting what he wants because now he's all over TV because he's a fucking fugitive.
Oh, man.
But he has to hide out because he is too all over TV. I guess he get done. Careful what you wish for. Because he has to hide out in the Skid Row hotels of Los Angeles. But he's not alone.
How is he getting around? Like, isn't his car totaled?
Price will come back before my money will run out.
I don't know. A public bus, probably the bus.
Okay.
Modeling.
Modeling?
Yeah.
That's how he's getting money.
His abs, washboard abs.
He's an abs model.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Probably just that. So he's hiding out in Los Angeles in the Skid Row hotels, but he's hanging out with Sweet Mama Television. But things are getting they're different. It's darker. It's getting creepier. He's really deep into his TV again.
I'm just picturing like in Taxi Driver, like Robert De Niro is just like
seriously
like sitting there like smoking cigs and like teetering his TV.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he knocks it over, doing push-ups.
Yeah.
Shaving his head.
Burning himself.
Cleaning his gun.
Yeah.
Fluffing his wig.
Fluffing his wig.
Combing it with
We
a
know
pick.
what that means.
Fluffing both his
Don't
wigs.
call them fluffers for nothing.
Wake up each morning, hear the most current thing that's happened in the news. Then I hear my Christian speakers in the morning. Then I go to Christian 700 Club at noon and Christian sermons up to 1 o'clock. And then I pick up on Geraldo, Donahue, Sad. Donahue. And in the evening, I can watch shows like the news shows. Seems to be a whole bunch of new reality shows that are coming in almost every night. And then I could finish off in the evening with the evening preachers. So I could be sermonized 18 hours a day, getting fed as I was when I traveled in my car. It gets me back to the life of being fed totally every day.
Literally never hated anything more than that. So creepy.
So this is how he's spending all of his time right now. He's bouncing back and forth between Christian programming and
manic.
reality 90s reality TV shows. So not as only is he watching the Geraldo and Donahue, how'd that go again?
Donahue.
So he's also watching like 60 Minutes and Dateline and entertainment.
Sandlish.
Yes, exactly. Galahoo, Zabadoo, Gayo.
So he's
Billy Madison all day, man, all day.
So he's like warped between like the news and Christian scary shit, and then like women with their tops off on entertainment live.
Yeah, because it's not just news. I mean, he's watching the news entertainment. So he's watching 60 Minutes. He's watching Dateline. He's watching 2020. He's watching Entertainment Tonight. He's just watching, all the garbage stuff and his Christian preachers. And he's following these guidelines of Charles R. Taylor and combining the current events with the Bible prophecy and just going like spiraling further down the rainbow rabbit hole.
Big.
He's like on a rainbow slide into rainbow insanity.
Leaves a trail as he spirals.
He really is. This is from his autobiography. It's almost kind of like a bit of a manifesto explaining what his beliefs are.
Each person has a decision to make. You can either get saved and raptured, or you can ignore God's voice and get left to face WW3 and the disaster to follow. Jesus is going to rapture the church soul, perhaps even on September 16th, 1992. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe 1981, 1982, 1992.
I don't know. We'll find out.
How many times has the world been gonna end?
Sometimes the weather says it's gonna rain. It don't rain. I'm not God here. I'm just giving God's word.
Yeah.
My interpretation of
Well,
God's word.
if God keeps talking to you and telling you stuff, you might want to question the validity of his information.
Why question when you can believe?
There it
you
is.
got me there.
There it is.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah,
Rainbow Man still got it. You want to pat my butt? You want to
I will pat your butt.
No,
Come on over.
Put your butt away. Put your butt away.
Juan Carlos of Spain will be revealed as the Antichrist and will lead the European common market.
Me and Eric had to look into who Juan Carlos
who
of
is
Spain was.
Juan Carlos?
He's a guy. He's the president.
Yeah, he's president of
He's a
Spain.
guy.
Yeah, he's the Antichrist, yeah. And,
Also the Antichrist.
they will chop off
According to
your head
Wikipedia.
if you refuse to take the Mark 666, the universal product code on your hand or forehead. So Jesus told me to alert you. My actions are justified in the Fifth Amendment. Time of war, defense of necessity, a crime to prevent greater harm.
So he's basically claiming that there's a war going on.
Yeah, that's why he can get away with all this
That's why
crazy
he can
shit.
get away with it.
Exactly.
It's self-defense, and then,
Well,
not self-defense, defending his
Look out,
people.
stink bomb!
Exactly. Well, he describes it as he's like, if someone was in a
Whoopee
burning
cushion.
building, he's like, I would knock you on your ass to get out of my way to take someone out of a burning building.
Yeah.
And that's the way he sees it. Again, because everything is, because he started off just like in the sports, and then he's like, ooh, now I'm a Christian. And I wonder how much of it was initially valid. And then did he just spiral into insanity, like, as he began?
I mean, it's like, okay, so, like, he lost his parents at a young age.
Yes.
He had a very turbulent
Raised by
upbringing.
TV.
He has a very and he's raised by TV, and it's like, so it's like, imagine it's like when you're on this role of quote unquote positivity, where you're like, you're Rainbow Man, and like you're in the games, and the cameras, and
your butt's
and then it's like all because like, and then it's like you're easily like attached to anything that promotes like, so that hence Christianity. And then it's like you fucking wear out your welcome because you're wearing a fucking rainbow wig and just wearing the same John 3:16 shirt all the time. So people start to hate you, and when they start to hate you, you think, well, fuck them. Like it's just gonna like, and then it just keeps like perpetuating.
So
like,
do you think maybe as a
manic
twisted,
fuck.
a baby, a bit of him twistedly wanted to see the world burn?
Hell yeah, he did, because he couldn't hear the laughter anymore.
Right.
He was abandoned. I mean, he was abandoned at a young age, and now he's feeling that abandonment.
Yep.
And like, psychologically, rage is the manifestation of trauma.
Yeah.
So he's like traumatized in youth, and then he's coming back,
and you keep
he's
having
like,
to find ways to justify yourself.
Yep.
Right. I feel like a lot of backpedaling, because he's telling the story, hindsight is 20/20, and he's telling the story in hindsight.
Yeah.
So there's a certain amount of backpedaling and justification
Sure.
that he can do at this point.
Yeah, it's like insert this.
Right,
to,
you can
like,
kind of try and
justify
right
it.
the ship that just went fucking
like, I
all
hate
haywire.
sports now because the sports burned me, and they treated me like shit.
Exactly. Well,
So
because
fuck
I was riding this, rainbow ladder of success, and then I went down the rainbow slide of failure, and it's probably sports' fault, and definitely not Jesus'.
Never his fault.
And not mine.
Yeah, never his or Jesus' fault.
No, nothing is ever Jesus' fault, though.
No.
And I think, too, when you are like,
Man, Jesus fucking came over to my fucking house and he broke my windows and he's
It's not
like,
his
not
fault.
my fucking fault.
Suck it,
And I'm
bitch.
like, hell you say, Jesus, you're gonna fix those fucking windows. It is your fault. Sorry,
What
I
do you think I'm some
interrupted
kind of
you.
carpenter or something? Suck it.
And when you're highly susceptible because of your lack of like belongingness, those like psychotic Christian voices, like those people on TV, that's
Right.
like cults and weird religions.
And
I
they're
mean,
the
he's
most
watching
powerful.
this shit
Yeah.
18 hours a day. He's just like constantly. It's like
He's brainwashing himself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Well, and he's believing all of it.
And he believes every word
It's
of
not just
everything.
the Bible. He's
Yeah.
believing everything that the media is telling him. These fucking garbage news shows and just combining it into this just rainbow stew of confusion.
It's an ugly stew.
Which brings us to the end.
We are at the end. So he was referring to his stink bombings as presentations. September 22nd, 1992 is when he does his final presentation.
Ooh, like where he gets his like dissertation.
Yeah, he got his thesis in being a crazy person.
Yep.
He was.
I have that too. I got my PhD in fucking nuts.
You do. I saw it. I was at your graduation party.
That
was a weird party.
Yeah,
I
it was-
swirled in a circle.
Yeah, just threw cake at everybody.
And I said, everybody, you pat my butt, you pat my front, you pat my butt, you pat my front, and that's how I got it.
that order.
And then she threw the cake at us, and we were like, and we tried to catch it in our mouth.
And Evan brought his mop. That was
I don't
part of-
remember a thing.
Well, you never
You
do.
were there.
I
I
mean,
was
you
drunk.
were there.
Yeah, I drank a lot, and I still do.
Yeah, you are right now.
I know. I'm fun.
It's really early in the day.
I'm a good time.
Not a long time, but a good time.
All right, so we have our final.
Please like me. The laughter. I only hear the laughter.
So Rainbow Man is sure that he thinks the world is going to end in like 6 days at this point.
Okay.
So he poses as a contractor and picks up 2 day laborers in downtown Los Angeles.
Hey, yeah, so I gotta paint my fence. You guys wanna hop in
You want
here?
a job?
It's in a hotel.
You guys want to see a double rainbow?
What do you got that wig on for, mister?
So he brings him.
Yeah, just hop in the back. Come on.
Just come on, don't ask any questions.
Don't think about
you
it.
Want, you want to get paid, right? So he takes them to the Airport Hyatt Hotel, room 718. Yeah, what contracting work do you have me to do in this hotel room?
No, come on in, guys. Yeah, no.
I know what this is.
I've done this before.
Casting call.
All right, shirts off, boys.
And just like everything in Rainbow Man's life, things did not go exactly as planned.
What do you mean?
Well, when Rainbow Man got his hostages into the room, he stumbled on the hotel maid who was still cleaning.
Whoa!
Excuse me, is that a banana peel?
I'm not a clown!
I'm a Rainbow Man!
Rainbow Man!
So he pulls a gun on her, and she locks herself in the bathroom, which weirdly and conveniently has a phone
He
in it.
slipped and then he started laughing. He's like,
The Don't move!
The contractors, the day laborers, they escape in all the confusion.
I got the fuck out of there.
Smart.
But he's got the maid hostage. And there's a phone in the bathroom, which I love imagining. It's like for when I'm taking a shit and need to make all my important business
that's
phone
when you do
calls.
business.
Right.
Buy, sell, buy.
No, that's when I call those lines where you get to talk to nice people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So you do the They Might Be Giants dial-a-song. Yes. I don't know if you guys, They Might Be Giants fans, they have dial-a-song. It's like a 1-800.
I know them.
I know them. I like them.
I
too.
called it once. It was
Yeah.
and there was a song, and it was great.
Aw.
It's true. It really happens. All right, so now he's got the maid hostage. And according to Rainbow Man, this was all basically just a ploy to get the news crews to broadcast his message that the world's going to end.
I mean, it kind of worked.
He barricades the door and he puts signs in the hotel window with Bible verses. Classic, John 3:16.
Classic.
Mark.
Start with my usual.
my classic.
Let's shake it up a little bit here, maybe.
I got Mark.
They want that for last, but I'm gonna mix it up and start it first.
Yeah, exactly. We got Mark 8:36.
Ooh, sprinkle a Mark.
36. 2 Peter 3:9-10. And then my favorite sign, God is Jesus, which, what does that mean?
Doesn't mean
What
anything.
does even that mean?
Jesus, God,
God is Jesus. Yeah, the rainbow.
All is one and all.
I looked him up. 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 9-10 is... It's long. It's the Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness.
Okay.
Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. But the day of the Lord will come like a thief.
Oh.
The heavens will disappear with a roar, the elements will be destroyed by fire, and the earth and everything done in it will be laid bare.
But there will be a rainbow.
But there will be a rainbow.
But afterwards, there'll be a beautiful rainbow.
A brainbow.
Brainbow.
That's my new band, Brainbow.
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 I love it.
There it is. And then Mark 8.
Like a rainbow in the dark.
Mark chapter 8, verse 36 is, and this one kind of gave me, it's like an irony, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul, Rainbow Man?
Rainbow Man.
Sounds like you're talking about yourself.
You sold your soul for
some butt patents
Yeah.
and the
How
Budweiser
much
commercial.
did that wig cost? Your whole soul?
All 80 of those wigs.
Those wigs, all 80 of them. That's a lot of souls.
These
see, which one should I wear
wigs
today?
cry every night over you. So when asked what his demands were, Rainbow Man said he wanted a live 3-hour press conference broadcast on all the major networks so he could warn everyone about the apocalypse. Police refused to let him speak to the
We're
press.
not gonna do that. Kill the man.
Nope.
Nah.
But we do have some footage or a sound clip of the actual standoff. It's a little long, sorry, but it kind of gives you an idea of
It's important to know.
Exactly. So
Listen.
He negotiates with police over the phone.
Rolling. Are you there, Rolling?
Huh? Yeah.
Rolling, you know, we've been on the phone now for quite some time, and you've been upstairs for probably longer than 6 hours. I know you've looked at the news on many occasions, and I've never seen a 3-hour news conference, so your message is no way it's going to be 3 hours.
I wanted it live. You know, that's really asking for something. I want all networks and live. National story, not a local story.
Well, we're working on that. I can't make any guarantees as far as you talking to the press. Not at this point. If you were to come out, you and the young lady, then it would be no problem.
I've watched the cops, you know, cop shows and tried to get a handle on what's going on.
You know what, Rolling?
So I've tried to get an idea of just what you will do and what you won't do.
With all due respect, maybe you look at a little bit too much TV.
I watch a lot of it.
Well, you shouldn't look at it so much.
It is good teaching tools. I watch all reality television. You know?
Well, I don't know. There's not too much reality on TV.
Well, I mean, all real life situations, shows like Current Affair, Sally, Jesse, Raphael. Reality TV, there's a lot of shows on right now.
Well, if that's the case, then and you say you look at a lot of those real-time experience TV shows, then you ought to know that nobody ever wins in a situation like this.
Ooh, that was a good
I gotta ask.
negotiator.
Yeah.
Is he still wearing a rainbow wig?
They find a rainbow wig in the hotel room. It's filthy. No, he's wearing cutoffs and no shirt.
Yes.
Is what he is wearing.
Classic cops
need a
attire.
shirt,
Like,
yeah.
whenever you see anybody
That-
get arrested on cops,
It proves he did watch it. Yeah, so he's dressed. He's ready to get arrested.
He's ready.
Cutoffs, no shirt, like run, Ronnie, run.
Yep.
Exactly. You put down that goat. No, you put down that goat.
I have to say, that negotiator
I love
dropped
Run,
some
Ronnie.
truth bombs in there.
Yeah.
That was, like, really interesting to hear. Like, there is not any truth in that. In reality, like, oh my God.
Well, they get the good dude who's been on the force for a while. They don't just like put the rookie on. Like,
No. But
hey,
no, you get an idea,
here you go, Rook.
too.
Here, yeah, step up.
Talk to this
I think it's a specific unit
Mr.
that is
Rainbow
negotiators,
Man.
right? Isn't there like
Roland, is that your name?
I don't know.
I watch
maybe
a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a comedy show.
Yeah.
It's not, but I think this does give you a good idea too of just how skewed Rainbow Man's sense of reality was thanks to his deep immersion in reality TV. He's like, I watch Cops so that I know what you guys might or might not do, and it's
And they're like, "We
that's a
don't do
TV
that."
show,
Yeah.
dude. But yeah, I like the way the guy who was negotiating with. He's like, then if you watch this, then you realize that that's not how these things end up.
Yeah, he like dropped some bombs.
I like when he was kind of shitty. He's like, well, I think you maybe watched too much.
Yeah, I know. I think maybe.
Yeah, he's like, dude,
I
you're
liked that.
fucking nuts.
Yeah. So Rainbow Man, he wants a press conference. He is not going to get it. But despite their refusal to let him speak to the media, Rainbow Man was all over the fucking news.
Yep.
But not in the way he wanted, because no one is reporting about the end of the world. They're just talking about the crazy man holding a maid hostage and threatening to shoot at airplanes.
Crazy Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man.
Hyatt Hotel getting really good press.
And his rainbow hostages.
Yep.
With his rainbow gun.
You know, there was the manager at the Hyatt that day. It's just like, Jesus Christ. God
Should have
damn
called
it.
in sick.
Yeah, this is.
He's checking in. He's like, hi, one for Rainbow Man.
That's
reservation for Rainbow Man.
What's seems like a lot of guns there.
Are
but
you that crazy rainbow hair guy that always no?
No, I'm the other rainbow guy.
I'm the other. Yeah.
I'm the other one.
I'm the other one. Not that rainbow guy. Let's see where we are.
Once Rainbow Man realized.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, once Rainbow Man realized that he had failed in his final presentation, he smoked a joint and had himself a good cry.
Aww, sounds like college for me.
And that's like pretty much every day in my life.
Yeah.
And that's when the SWAT team threw a concussion grenade into the room and kicked down the door. So just picture this: smoking a joint, crying, fucking boom. Love it.
I thought the maid was just like,
who's gonna clean this up? Everybody laughed, and it's just the end of a Family Matters episode.
Oh my God. In the hotel room, police found a loaded .45 automatic,
Jesus.
2 full clips, 47 live rounds, and a dirty rainbow afro wig.
oh, man.
They
I am
hauled
Rainbow Man. No more.
no more. They hauled him away, shirtless, wigless, in a pair of dirty cutoffs, still spouting the word of the Lord.
As long as the message gets
Yeah,
out.
just vomiting that word of the Lord as hard as he could.
Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man.
Yeah.
Rainbow Man, try and tell the world about the Lord.
And I think it's gonna be
A long time that you're going to be in prison.
jail.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there it is. Rainbow Man spent his trial still trying to get the word out. He was charged with 8 felonies, 3 for taking hostages, which each carry a life sentence. And before the trial, Rainbow Man was offered a plea deal of 12 years. But he rejected it in order to have the forum of open court in which to spread the word.
Smart.
Classic
Yeah, man.
Great choice.
I know.
See, I think he was believing his own shit. Like, I think he was, because, like,
He really talked himself into it. I think.
Yeah. That's like going whole hog.
That's
Like,
pretty extreme. But he did, there's that clip where he's like, I'm going to get out. Jesus will come back before I get out of jail anyway or something.
So he'll
like
save
that,
me.
before
He'll-
my money runs
yeah.
out. Yeah, because he's convinced. I think
Jesus
he's
will
convinced.
bail him out. He's got a big credit
He's-
card.
Christ will come back before my money will run out. We're living at the end of the age.
But he's not that fucking convinced. Here we go, because he's found guilty. They're like, well, yeah, you're really, 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 really guilty. 3 life sentences. And Rainbow Man like fucking threw a fit.
Yeah.
Because he thought, he's
Why
like,
am
well,
I guilty? War is coming. Everybody's gonna die. I want to save everybody.
it's for Jesus. But if he really believed that the world was ending, he wouldn't have thrown that temper tantrum, because he wouldn't have given a shit about being in jail.
True.
But so that just proves that his faith is flawed. He throws a fucking fit. As all faith is flawed, there I said it.
Yeah.
There are
Whoa.
yep.
Don't wake
yeah.
Lord Barkus.
Except for, Lord Barkus, I believe in holy. I will not wake Lord
All
Barkus.
praise, Lord Barkus.
It is right that Lord Barkus dreamed that. Sleep tight.
Lord Barkus
Lord
is
Barkus
love.
is love and light. We love Lord Barkus.
Don't wake Lord, don't.
He'll hear you.
Tread quietly.
Well, we decided that when Lord Barkus is like getting his catheter changed because he's in a coma and he's dreaming all of us. So when he's getting his catheter changed or a sponge bath, that's when things start going wrong in your life. You're like, oh my God, I got arrested. Lord Barkus must be getting his sponge bath.
Another flood. Here we go.
When they stop disturbing him, everything will go. It smooths out. So when there's a rough patch in your life, it's just because Lord Barkus is having his catheter changed.
It's fine.
That's
fine.
all. Everything.
It'll pass.
It'll pass. So Rainbow Man found guilty. He tells the judge,
I feel I have a right to speak. All I'm trying to do is make a statement about the end of the line. Stop patting my ass. Who did that?
Rainbow Man, that was the bailiff. Rainbow Man had to be removed from the courtroom by 6 deputies screaming for God to forgive them, for they know not what they do. Classic. I yell that all the time. Yeah. Shit goes wrong at the bank. I'm like, they don't know what they do.
That's what Evan says when he mops children.
Yeah. Hey, mister, get off me. I don't know
I
you.
don't know you.
Forgive them, Lord.
Who are you? Rainbow Man is still in prison. When he first got there, he was still hanging on to his delusions about the apocalypse. He told the press that Jesus will come back before I get out. But by the making of the documentary in 1997, you can see reality has crept in, and he's really regretting his rejecting.
Rollen, you fucking idiot!
Why did I reject that 12-year plea deal?
Seriously.
He's been denied for parole 3 times, but that's because he was convicted for the stink bombings after he was in prison for taking hostages. Didn't help the situation.
They like just
That's
keep
a life
adding on.
sentence.
Yeah.
Right, Rainbow Man thinks it's because they say he's a threat to society.
What?
They
say I'm a
Rainbow wig wearing hostage taking guy?
You're
Bombing,
stink
bombing,
bombing,
stealing
pot
skunk
smoking.
sacks from skunks.
Yeah, stealing their sacks. You're just running around. What
Stealing
about the skunks?
And they should add on when he was stealing beer as a kid.
Yeah.
Add that charge on.
Yep,
And
stealing.
who started that fire with his mom?
Whoa.
Conspiracy.
Whoa.
Yeah, that
Rainbow conspiracy.
That got dark.
So we
Rainbow Man
watched-
just looks like if Bob Ross did LSD.
Oh.
Yeah, a little bit.
All his hair.
And just
Little bit.
painting himself.
What do those pictures look like?
Happy trees.
I want to see Bob Ross paint after someone gave him a dose of LSD. What's you to paint now, Bob Ross? So Rainbow Man in an article or in a news interview, he's sorry, literally quote somewhat sorry. That's what he
So
said.
that was
Somewhat
his week.
He goes,
sorry.
I'm somewhat sorry.
He's sorry he got caught.
Yeah.
He's not sorry though for taking hostages or throwing stink bombs. He's sorry that he prematurely did it at the wrong time in history. That he jumped the gun. That makes me cough.
Fun, right?
I'm fine. Rainbow Man says, society is bigoted towards Jesus Christ, and I'm their scapegoat. Yeah, you're a fucking martyr.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did it, Rainbow Man.
Rainbow Man.
I gave my best to try to make this presentation. Of course, I don't like being here. It kills me to not to be out there doing the work. 3 life sentences for someone locked in a bathroom for 9 hours is ridiculous.
Hey.
I didn't anticipate that at the time, but I understand it now.
You did that to
The
yourself.
society is bigoted toward Jesus Christ, and I'm
Yeah.
their scapegoat.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
It's because society is like, you know what, Jesus? Fuck you.
Yeah.
You go to jail, Rainbow Man. You get a spanking because we don't like Jesus.
But not the good kind of spanking.
Not the good
that
kind that you used to get.
The bad kind of spanking. Big Daddy car dealer.
Big Daddy car dealer spankings.
Coming home and he's been drinking.
His hands are as big as a butcher block.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
It's big and
Feel the
wet.
same and moist.
Moist.
And that's why John 3:16 is part of sports. And still it is to this day.
Oh, fuck that.
The Bible verse continues to appear on banners at sports games, on overpasses, on Forever 21 shopping bags,
Ew.
on In-N-Out
In-N-Out.
burger
Sex
cups.
burger.
Really?
Stone
That's
Cold.
on In-N-Out cups?
It was at some point. Stone Cold Steve Austin took it on as his catchphrase, Austin 3:16.
Evan 316.
And
What?
Evan 3:16. In
What?
2009,
What?
Quarterback Tim Tebow wore that eye black with John 3:16 on it, and then won a
Gross.
game or something. Did like threw a ball really good or something. I don't know.
Really, he's a really good ball thrower. Yep.
And then he felt proud because like 93
actually
million
wasn't a good
people
ball
Googled John 3:16, which probably they're just like, what is that? Like a phone number?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
And Rainbow Man in his cell, he just like shoots up.
Yeah, he's like, what? Was that me?
Tebow.
But but then really dark. I didn't know about this. Football player and convicted murderer Aaron Hernandez wrote it on his forehead in red ink before committing suicide at his jail cell.
Wow.
And he also wrote John 3:16 in blood in his jail cell before committing suicide. So that got dark.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't know, but I just learned about that. What?
It's just like he didn't read the Bible. It's just like John 3:16.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that one.
That's a good one.
I've
Holy
seen that
fuck.
one around.
And that's it. That's the story of why John 3:16 is in sports. There's a truck outside of generic family pizza restaurant.
Yes.
That has John
Where
3:16
I
on
do
the
not
back.
work as the keeping janitor. I'm trying to tell you.
That has it on the back of the truck, and every time I go out for a smoke break, I'm just staring at John 3:16, and I'm like, yeah, that fucking rainbow guy.
Yeah.
You like
Rainbow
look,
Man.
you
Rainbow
look
Man.
close as it's like about to
why
drive
you thought
away
I'd
and
do
just
the
see a
episode?
rainbow
It is.
wig like
Like darting in between.
dun
them.
dun 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 dun.
Like Rainbow Man sneaking in between cars, being like,
Rainbow Man, he's there, he's dancing, he's doing his thing.
He's doing
like,
his
"Woo,
fun
woo,
little
hip,
dance.
hip,
his little-
mustache, shoulder,
Dance
shoulder.
to the
Mustache,
left, dance to the
mustache,
right.
yeah.
So that's
The
it. Yeah.
moral of the story is that kangaroos have 3 vaginas.
That is.
And my takeaway from this whole thing, I was thinking about it, is okay, if you have an awesome pot farm, an awesome snowmobile,
A cool mustache.
Six pack.
an awesome waterbed, just don't fuck
Be
that up,
thankful
man.
for what you have.
Yeah, don't-
Exactly. That's a good life.
Don't fuck that up.
Good, brother.
You're on a gravy train with biscuit
He
wheels,
got
man.
to go to the fucking World Series, the Super Bowl, like fucking everything.
That
It's
bowling
Like,
championship.
bowling
in
championship.
Connecticut.
bowling.
the American Country Awards.
Right? Well, Eric, you were actually really admiring his beard and his mustache.
Well, it's thick
Too.
and hardy.
And we found a new look for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel good.
This
We
is
I feel
productive.
it feels natural.
Took the
Yeah.
liberty to staple Eric's wig to his head.
Yeah, it's not coming off.
No,
not
it's
with- not
not.
without
You
some
gotta,
scalp.
You're going to go to work. Will you dance for us again later?
Maybe.
Please.
You play your cards right.
you got any rainbow dollars?
Got any rainbow gin?
Rainbow gin always makes me dance.
I only dance for rainbow juice.
We'll turn the red eye on and you can
God
rainbow
damn,
dance.
shake
Yeah,
it for
it-
yous.
It just sucks because he could have just fucking stopped.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, he shouldn't have started. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Again, pot farm, snowmobile, like waterbed. He's gold. Like, just be like content with what you have sometimes.
50K.
That is a good moral of
Yeah.
the story. Well, I mean, he could have even stopped after his Budweiser commercial and been like, you know what? That was a good fucking run.
exactly. And then he could have actually finished his autobiography.
That's what the Budweiser frogs did.
She's got a long time to work on
Yeah.
it. It'll be fine.
So more of the story is...
Be happy with what you have.
Smoke bud and herb and chill, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Get high, ride your snowmobile,
Grow that mustache.
grow that mustache
Watch
out.
TV all day. If that's your situation, that's a good situation.
If you marry more than 2 wives, you should reconsider what... Well, you know what? That's your own choice.
I guess.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like,
Don't go Jason Waterfalls.
yeah.
Hey, shout out to Jason Waterfalls, who doesn't work with me at the family pizza restaurant where
Nope.
Evan is not a janitor.
I'm not employed there.
I nicknamed my friend Jason Waterfalls so that I can say, don't go Jason Waterfalls, because it's sad when he leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Ah.
And don't go chasing Rainbow
You
Man.
think if Rainbow Man comes, he goes, taste the rainbow.
I was wondering that myself, because he could have got a lucrative deal
He
with
coulda done
Skittles. With
pornography.
Skittles,
Yeah.
he blew that shit.
They would have hired him in a heartbeat.
Step aside, Ron Jeremy. This guy has a rainbow wig on.
He never tried porn.
He never tried porn.
No.
That's the
Man,
real story.
if he had done porn instead of Jesus,
Yep.
that might have really.
Because he was close. He already...
He could've
had the
started-
loincloth.
He had the loincloth. He wears the wig. He,
started
fit.
a whole
he shoots
genre
his
of-
rainbow seed into women. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, he could have started a whole genre of clown porn, Rainbow Man
He
porn.
could have rainbow
porn.
I'm not a clown. I'm Rainbow Man.
I'm not a clown.
I am not a clown.
I am Rainbow Man. Yeah, rainbow porn.
Yeah.
That's a whole untapped genre, patent pending.
Yep.
Patent.
Eric, you have
Next
the wig.
week, animal erections.
Yeah, no, wasn't that just our episode on animal boners?
It was, yeah.
Okay, so we did that.
Animal erections part 2.
Animal boners part 2
Ducks
next week.
fucks.
Ducks fuck. DuckTales, Tailspin.
It's that music while ducks have sex.
Is that what it is? I do want to see the duck sex because I imagine the duck vagina as a way of repelling the duck penis.
Yeah,
so it's gotta be like
very
a fucking
complicated.
Mess.
Like,
series show 2 ducks having sex.
Well, I think
I'm
also
sorry,
I think
Evan.
sometimes they get so rapey they like rape one another to death. I think.
Yeah, I heard
What?
they are.
I think I heard that. Maybe
But
not.
ducks like mate for life, and it's adorable when you're like, oh, look at those ducks.
Yeah,
They're together
That's why
forever.
they mate for life.
That's why
Well,
we
yeah,
should kill
man.
all the ducks.
Should we?
Yeah.
That would probably fuck up our ecosystem. That's usually bad.
Whatever.
I don't know what the ducks do
Throwing
for
it out
the
there, you don't have to-
ecosystem. but
Apocalypse
it's
is
probably gonna
coming
fuck
anyway,
shit.
man.
They keep it peaceful on the lakes.
If you kill the ducks, then the fox population's gonna get out of control.
Oh, do foxes?
Because ducks and foxes are like
Ducks
mortal
don't eat
enemies.
foxes. That's
Yes,
not a
they
thing.
do. Ducks
Nope.
attack foxes.
Not a
They
thing.
fly down from the trees
I've
and they dive bomb foxes, and they're like,
I found out.
And they
I
shoot-
found out a fun fact. Oh, sorry.
No, they shoot eggs at them and jab their corkscrew penises. And foxes are like,
I don't want to go that way. I found out a fun fact that you're not supposed to feed ducks bread.
Because it's not good for their stomachs. Same with birds.
oh, it's not because they're gluten free.
No,
Yeah.
it's like they can't digest it.
Oh, ducks are like, is this
You're
bread
supposed to feed it
gluten-free?
feed them seeds.
Same with birds. Their stomachs could explode.
No, that's bullshit. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Look it up.
Pigeons.
Yeah, you
eating
can
rice?
feed them all the rice you want. It's fine.
But not bread.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know if they can eat bread or not.
I don't know. No, pigeons
Can
can't eat
you-
bread, but they can eat rice.
Okay.
Can you feed them tiny bombs and then they will explode?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Skunk bombs.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay!
And that was the story of the Rainbow Man. He drove around in his rainbow van. He tried to get rainbow laid with a rainbow maid, but instead he went to prison for life. And he's still alive, but every night he gets railed.
Rainbow rail.
Rainbow Man.
Oh.
And that's the saga
There
of
it
Rainbow
is.
Man. Yay!
That's
Thanks
great,
to
huh?
Evan for doing the voices and writing all the
Yeah.
songs. Thanks to Jenna for sewing the costumes. They look beautiful. Thanks to Eric for doing the lights here today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
They look great. I look great in this lighting.
Everybody looks good.
And say thanks to Marcus.
Everybody
Thanks
looks
to
fuckable.
Rebecca for doing all the research and all the
Yes,
reading.
thanks. Yeah, thanks to Marcus for eating all the donuts.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Taste the rainbow, everybody. We'll go on the
Thanks for
rainbow
the
train.
donuts.
No, seriously, actually, thanks to Marcus for all the Bob Barker. And
Time to get drunk.
Sorry for laughing.
Thank you for listening. This has been a production of Penguin Cat Media. Oh, hell yeah! We take our coffee black, like our soul.